And I've been doing this for a couple of weeks. I thought, man, I would have figured it by now. So yeah, I get fucking foot stabilized now.
Oh shit!
Live for?
Did you already restart?
Yeah. SSD, baby.
SSD.
Solid state drive.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it said for a Super Saiyan. Never mind.
Super Saiyan Dingo. Yeah.
No.
Don't say it. That'll be the next Super Saiyan farm. Kojima will hear us and be
Will
like,
eat babies?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Dingo ate my baby. Yeah, you know. What did Dang Dizzly do, gang?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a
What did
character
Dang
from
Dizzly
Blade.
do?
You went on the other YouTube, right?
Whose YouTube are we on?
I'm Zachary D, 24/7 pimpin'.
Hold up. Do you get sunburnt, John?
It's happened like twice.
Okay, see,
Twice, so yes.
is it as often as white people?
No.
See, exactly. That just seems like an upgrade.
Well, when it comes
Honestly.
to
Yeah.
not getting a sunburn.
The
Sure.
discrimination and police brutality seems like a downgrade, though.
Yeah, they
Sure.
say
Not
Hey,
getting
it's-
sunburned as much.
But in a world that we don't have all the racism, right? And we got the white guy and the black guy. The
You know
black
what the
guy
other
doesn't
side
get
of that is,
sunburn.
You know what the other side of that is, though?
Don't say we can swim again,
No.
because
Hang on. That was just because you guys live in central, like middle of nowhere Texas, where you're far away from the water. I swim
that's
just fine.
me.
I swim great, thank you. So do my sister.
I do too.
no, you
anyway.
said it. You said the swim joke. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's where I was going with it. Not I can't swim because I'm black. That wasn't the joke. Anyway,
I wish we were on the other channel right now.
What I was saying was the other side of not getting sunburned very much is in northern climates. We have a harder time getting vitamin D.
Oh.
We're more likely to be vitamin D deficient in northern latitudes. Yeah. And for exactly the same reason, right? That protecting us from the sun also protects us from
The sun.
getting the vitamins from the sun.
The sun, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Oh.
We need more, sun to get the proper amount of vitamin D.
Heck yeah.
There's your science for the day. Welcome to the stream, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
We need to do a Hydra science corner on my channel.
Yeah.
That might be
You know what? Sure.
might actually be OP.
I learned some shit.
Get that D away from me.
Oh, I don't know if you guys have tried this yet or not, but I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos sped up lately.
Okay.
That's usually how I take my courses. And when you listen to Zach at about 1.75 times speed, he sounds like a normal person doing a YouTube channel.
Hold up.
Wait,
I have his YouTube run in the background. I can check this right now.
Wait, do I
I've been
speak
doing my
slowly?
audiobooks at double speed.
Oh yeah, definitely. And when you do YouTube stuff, like you definitely slow it down.
Oh, really? I didn't even.
Yeah. We get super chill up
Yeah, but, like,
here.
If I talk at time and a half speed, do you understand what the hell's going on anymore?
Well, you're already talking fast. That's my
in
point.
here.
Like I didn't really okay. Yeah, Zach's he gets kind of slow and longish winded, more so like when he's doing his YouTube thing, but it wasn't until my speed up changes in YouTube like bounced over into one of his videos that I was watching. And it was like he sounded normal for 30% of the video, and then he had this period where he like talked really fast. And I was like, what the shit is that? Like
Okay, so I'm just
I
not
didn't realize
consistent with my
I hadn't
pacing.
sped up the whole time. And it was only that one part of the video where he was talking at normal speed that he sounded sped up.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do.
And
You definitely do that. I have a question though. How does speeding up the YouTube channel work with watch minutes? Is it actual like real time watch minutes, or is it watch minutes on the video? So if I speed it up 2 times, can I
Oh.
get
You get
double
your
watch?
watch minute twice as fast.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's literal watch minutes.
Okay.
That's kind of a robbery to people who watch stuff sped up.
No, it ain't. I'm about to slow it down to like negative. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna do.
What if that's not how it works, though?
Put it
What
in
if a
frag-
10-minute video is a 10-minute video, no matter how you played it back?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm cranking it up to times 2. Then Zach, figure it out. It's your YouTube channel.
All right.
That's not what he said at all.
What?
Well, I think the lesson learned here is I'm not consistent with my pacing, and I need to be.
No, the lesson learned here is I'm not maximizing what's best for your YouTube channel. So figure it out so I can maximize.
All right, we'll do.
Sweet.
Check me out over at Zachary D on YouTube. Link in the description box below.
Oh, that's right. We're not cheating.
This-
Ignore
watch
that.
minutes or watch minutes. YouTube don't care how you get them. You wouldn't be able to buy subscribers if that was the.
They're like, this Major Ashton dude has no life. He just sits here and watches his YouTube channel over and over and over again, 24/7.
I would say they don't know what you watch, but they're Google. They know what you watch.
Did you ever happen to see that one like post about I think it was an old green text from this dude who went to like a buddy's house and the guy only had one song on his iTunes, and he had like, 20,000 plays on it.
Oh my
One
gosh.
song. Just one song. And the dude was like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just like that one song. That's it."
Just that one out of all the songs
just
ever.
look like
Curious what song it was.
Yeah, one song. I think it was a Linkin Park song actually.
I'm just surprised you didn't say Nickelback.
Oh God.
Nothing's wrong with Nickelback. Stop.
Look at this photograph.
God dang it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I just read a little bit of Googling, and it's the actual amount of time you spend watching the video.
So I
When
cranked
people
this.
Watch something in double speed, they're only getting half credit, and they get half viewership retention for that view.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm cranking Zach's speed down to 0.25.
Yeah. Which
And
actually multiplies it.
you're about to get so many watch minutes on your videos. Like, your video's only an hour long, and you got 4 hours worth of view time. So
Bob-
good.
Bob's literally hoeing me because a stream that is a still picture is capped at 480p.
I don't know what that means.
Because I've never went in and like 1080p the photograph on our stream.
I fucking found it. It was
You
Linkin Park.
Okay, what's the song?
It was in the end.
Doesn't-
64,000 plays.
Somehow.
That's funny. It starts with.
One thing, and I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind to design this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know. Yeah, that's a bopper.
How many plays?
64,000.
64,000.
That's a bopper right there, boys. Welcome to Dreadstar.
Yeah, at 8:30. I guess we can get it started.
Yeah.
We had the preamble.
Welcome back to game night. All right, this is a continuation of our Halloween game, or the game that we started on Halloween, I should say more appropriately, since this is going to be expanded into a more extended content.
Oh, that was an executive decision that was
3 days,
made.
by the way.
Reoccurring. Well, I mean, John told us. That's what he wanted.
Y'all never asked me about that again because I had some comments.
We already asked you, and you made comments. And we
No,
made decisions based on those comments. So
that was the input. I'm talking about the feedback stage of the operation.
Oh, and you're all about it? I love it.
No.
Okay, next. Moving
Why
on.
even- Why even bother pretending I have an input here? Like,
I don't know. 1 week later, if you're just now bringing it up, like, why are you bringing it up at all? Like, now's the wrong time for feedback.
I'm curious about your input. You should PM us.
can't tell if you're serious or not.
I'm serious.
NT.
Get a PM. I hate you guys.
Do we need to pause for this?
I mean, oh shoot. Is that big of a
you
deal?
asked for it, and you said, "Let's do
Okay,
it."
well, let's hear it. Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
we're going dark.
I don't
Guess
know. You've been
Oh,
running
dude, I
this
guess.
whole time, and we
All
haven't
right.
done the game.
we haven't
We'll-
done shit yet. We haven't started
we'll-
the game yet, so I don't know.
We'll run it. All good.
Okay, so our previous like Halloween specials and spooky time games always kind of felt isolated because they're rather disconnected from the rest of the game. It seems to be something that happens only to the players, that has no connection to the outside world. Nobody talks about it. There's no. If it was just a dream, there's no difference from the way it is, right? There's no fundamental difference between this being a giant dream sequence and it not. And that's what I meant about it having a longer lasting, like a bigger effect on the game, that outsiders would know that something happened, that this will be something that gets talked about on occasion, not that it derails the entire story and campaign into this. That's what I wanted to say.
How is that not both? Like, if this becomes something that makes an impression on your world, then that footprint is going to have ripples. So how can the rest of the game not refer to this event?
I think what he's saying
But
is he doesn't
There's a
want.
difference in scale
being
between it
isolated.
being the entirety of the game and it being something that happened. Right? Whether or not the plot is the whole of what our lives become about and otherwise.
He doesn't want Resident Evil Dreadstar, but he's okay with this Resident Evil moment being mentioned.
I liked that the storyline was about us dealing with people and trying to fix up the station and dealing with the crime on Exile and what's going on with the pirates. And right, I liked where we were going with it. I didn't want to lose all that under some new thing.
All right.
That's what you meant, though, wasn't it? You didn't mean we were going to derail for Friday the 13th Dreadstar in that direction
Right.
every week, right?
Yeah.
I heard the undertone. New thing? You meant new GM. I feel it.
Aren't you old, GM?
It's like, I like the old GM. I mean storyline better.
What is? Oh, Bob, get him back in here, I guess.
He is watching the stream.
Supposedly. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Don't come into Discord. Just write in the chat. We need the comments.
Yeah.
You got to work on our algorithms or whatever.
Exactly.
Viewership participations. No, you're typing in Discord. That's the wrong answer.
That's.
I'm kind of hoed that it took me a month to pass the subscribers on this channel. A month of everyday videos to pass the subs on this channel.
I'm amazed we have subscribers.
Oh yeah,
How
Me
many
too.
subscribers do we have on this channel?
12.
4,
More than
12,
Zach.
12.
13?
Is it 13 now?
I see 13.
Spooky.
Dang. Oh yeah, that's
Growing
the
right in front of your
count
eyes.
I made.
Apparently got to fix the resolution. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, on a still picture. Feels bad.
I don't know how you fucked up the resolution on a still picture.
I don't know.
You should probably fix that, producer. I still don't know why we're a video, not a podcast. But anyway,
Because every once in a while, there's something interesting to show on screen. Every occasionally.
I still think
Let's put ourselves here.
podcast makes more sense.
And it might.
Podcast with handouts.
Oh, there's Nifty's cousin.
What, less nifty? No, that couldn't be him.
That's
Your
nifty.
grandpa died.
That's Nifty's grandpa.
Still nifty.
Extra nifty.
Still DRE.
Stephen. Every once
Rocket
in a
Nifty?
while. Every once in a fucking while.
The DO double nifty.
Yo.
That'd be Don Nifty, and I love it.
Dance flows. Dang it. Caitlin
Anyway.
posted that.
Last time we left off, we just met this doctor fellow in the halls of what might be our space station and might be not, because it's a little hard to tell right now, given all the flesh everywhere. And he seems like he might have some answers about this.
Or more questions, I can't really tell.
Oh boy.
Seems like a nice guy, though.
Alright, well, players, will talk among yourselves while we get back into the game.
Oh, did somebody get booted out?
What do you mean?
This is the part where you take over to get us, going.
Hey, I'm the GM. I'll tell you who takes over.
I'm sorry.
RP, go ahead.
I think we were heading to the clinic, right?
He asked us if we knew where a lab was, or go back to his lab, or there was a question about a lab,
Talk about a lab.
and I said I have a clinic. I don't have a lab, but there's a clinic.
Yes, and he was ready to go.
All right, so if I take him back to where I remember the clinic is on our station, is there a clinic there, and are we on our station?
The clinic is there.
Okay.
You sound like you're getting
I
out of
mean,
your butt.
And if this is where your clinic is on the station, and this is where the clinic is here, then you could assume that you're on the station.
Okay, there's some fuckery going on there, but I'm gonna
It
let
sounds like you're saying the layout matches, but that doesn't mean it's the same building.
right. That's exactly
Are
what
you
I'm
saying there are inconsistencies? Other than the meat walls.
No, the meat walls are pretty inconsistent with the way the
That's why
Station
I said other
was.
than.
oh no,
Because we
not
already know
mean
the meat walls are weird.
yeah. There's there's the all the other spooky stuff going around, the random noises, the stuff out of the corner of your eye, but other than that, the layout seems fine.
What does my man Nifty with the glasses see when he looks at the clinic? Does he also see what appears to be a clinic?
Yeah, I mean this is this way through this door, right?
Right. Is he confused that there's a clinic here? Because he seems to think we're somewhere else.
I think that he has hold up, what's going on here? Yeah, so let me get this guy's name real fast. I've already dropped it.
I did the whole time too.
They just showed up at the clinic, at Dr. Purcell's clinic, and they're about to walk inside. They're about to walk inside.
And I was asking whether a nifty with the glasses over here is confused that there's a clinic. He like recognizes this because he seems to think we're somewhere else that is not Exile 3.
Oh, all right. There we go. Yes, he doesn't. He's not familiar with this environment. He's surprised by the clinic. All of this, really.
What in the time travel is going on here? And what is this doctor's? I know his name is not Nifty with the glasses. What is his? What is his actual name?
Letheon.
Where the frick is that written?
Letheon. Yeah,
There it is.
Letheon.
All right, Dr. Letheon, this is my clinic, or at least I think it is. It appears to be my clinic. Given the events of today, I'm not sure anymore, but this is as close to a lab as we got, unless you brought a dog.
Oh, this is wonderfully quaint.
Well, thank you.
Are there other people from wherever you're from here as well? Have you seen others that you recognize and not us?
I did see a few in the mist.
Oh, they're not real.
We got separated. What do you mean?
That mist stuff that's not really happening. They're messing with your mind, buddy.
The mist does seem to induce visions that do not represent reality.
I would not be so quick to pass these visions off as hallucinations, for they are more real than you may realize.
Yeah, let's not forget the bite to my ankle.
You and this bite.
Well, that's
you're
something.
fine.
That's something in hiding within the mist, but that's not the same thing as a vision. I fully expect there is something running around biting people. We saw the bigger ones.
All I'm saying,
The
Letheon,
hallucinations are a separate matter.
all
Yeah.
I'm saying, Letheon, is real eyes, real lives, real lives. You feel me? I'm trying to be hip here, Letheon. Throw me a bone.
What?
Trying to be hip. You know, people around here think I'm square, but I'm just trying
That's
to
because
be
you are.
cool.
Right, for the rest of this operation, I'm going to need you to stand over here in the corner, away from me, while you talk.
I like this guy more and more.
I guess you're grounded, Doc.
Grounded from my own clinic.
How's the stitches?
You better hope he's a hallucination.
Because you're going to kill him? Like what?
I said what I said.
Okay. Lethian starts going through the clinic, pouring over all the medical supplies and drugs that the clinic has to offer. He's
Hey, Doc, what's he
taking
doing?
various drugs and chemicals down from their cabinets and stations and compiling them on the counter.
Percy starts taking note to send my man an invoice later. He ain't getting caught in no procurement fraud like earlier in this story.
That's what all this is. One elaborate scheme to steal from the clinic.
It's a good question.
Okay. After putting a bunch of supply scanners and
What?
supplies and stuff from around the clinic.
Based on where he took those from, what supplies did he take from me?
Do you have a list of all the supplies in the clinic?
Percy do. I don't as a player. Percy do. If
Okay.
you don't think Percy keeps an inventory, you're wrong.
Freaking square.
Percy's inventory includes a count of the paper clips. Come on.
It probably includes weird stuff like tiles on the floor.
Oh wow.
How many inches of tape you've used?
Didn't
That's
know
amazing.
Percy was compulsive.
What? I've played this
You didn't-
character all wrong, man.
Not
I mean,
that
he's read the
compulsive.
entire guidebook of the Empire's rules, and he knows the whole song.
I think he's fronting.
I can't
I
even
think
sing the song anymore. It feels bad.
All right. Percy takes note of everything that the good doctor Lethian is using.
You're using that word "good" real loosely there. Good doctor. He's a doctor. I don't know if he's any good.
He's only been on camera for a few minutes, and he's already helped people. So
Come back to
Yeah,
me
by
when,
shooting them, which isn't really doctory, is it?
come back to me when he watches a man
helped
die.
you. All right. Okay. He gets to work combining some of your chemical compounds.
How's our buddy Stitches?
Oh, Stitches here.
Unless he went home.
Right, he went home.
Okay. If he went home, all good.
All right. He says, "I'm compiling here a neurotoxin, something similar to what I used in the hall. It seems to be very effective against these creatures."
There was also we've been seeing a little girl on the cameras.
Oh,
As far as we know, she's not from our station either.
She wears a hospital gown. You know anything about that?
He's a doctor. He's seen girls in hospital gowns before, Troy.
yeah, of course. Like he said, seen plenty of people in hospital attire before.
She's not a medical professional. Give her.
Now, let's give him a description of the girl. Approximate age, height, hair color, things like that.
I see. Have you been seeing her often?
Mm, just once.
Well,
Well,
twice if we count that time that you were the girl.
yes, that's true.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Interesting.
What's with the meat walls here, Letheon?
It is an extension of this infestation that has taken over.
But what you're saying is you had an experiment in your lab that got out and has infected our entire environment. Suddenly, this game feels very topical.
Really.
We're on YouTube, so that's all I can say. If we want to continue streaming, that's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
Are you familiar with fungus colonies, Doctor?
I mean, I've had a few between my toes, but other than that, no.
Aren't you like a professional, like with schooling and stuff?
Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't get athlete's foot. So tell me about this particular fungus colony that causes visions and meat
There-
walls.
No. There are particular colonies of mushrooms that grow so vast and deep beyond what is seen on the surface that it can span miles. The edge of one fungus colony connected to the other end. This meat covering the walls, it's like that. It's a colony. It's spreading by spores throughout this. What is this? A station? You said?
Yes, a space station.
Hmm.
It's all connected. You can think of it like one entity or a hive. In a way, those creatures you saw in the hallway, they're also connected.
The creatures are part of the fungus.
Yes.
So it is like a
Doc?
fungus or is a fungus?
Oh no, it's much more advanced than a fungus.
Okay, so this neurotoxin puts down the dog. Sure. We just go start neurotoxining the meat wall and see if that starts
Well,
putting down the.
yes. I suppose that would be one way to attack it, or that would be the best approach. I can take this toxin compound and put it into an aerosol. What would be the best way to spread it through your station?
You want to aerosol the poison and spread it through the whole station.
Yes.
And what would be the impact on things other than the intended target?
Are any of the inhabitants of this station genetically modified creatures?
I wouldn't know.
What do you mean by genetically modified?
Yeah, we got a rat man over here. Does that count?
I mean,
I'm
I'm
not
pretty
a
modified,
rat.
just not genetically.
And have you tried this aerosolized neurotoxin other places, or are we your test lab, doctor?
Well, you saw its precursor work in the hallway. You saw the way it destabilized the creature.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
It doesn't tell me what blanketing an entire station with it will do exactly.
Well, it will destabilize all of the organic colony, killing it.
How does the mist play into the? If we destabilize this organic colony, does the mist go with it? What do you know about this mist?
I don't know. I don't think the mist is part of this.
You don't think, or you know it's not part of it.
I don't have a lab to run the proper tests in, and this one is woefully inadequate.
Okay, is going to do.
Okay, so here's my. Let's assume that we could quarantine
He
people
doesn't
to
like your lab,
safety.
doc.
Eh, nobody likes this lab flatline. I mean, it's the best we got right now. If we make it out of here safely, I'll requisition Veldon for uh, better lab equipment. It's fine. But the question that I have is, if this thing is a hive, that is to imply that the meat walls are alive. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if this thing is alive, if I start spraying it down with kill chemicals, um, what's to say it doesn't just leap out and tentacle slap us across the face?
Oh, yes, that is a possibility. You should bring weapons.
I'm also concerned about how much of the structural integrity of whatever this thing is here relies on the biological matter. If we damage that too much, what happens to what's left?
So you'd rather live with the cancer?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that is it not worth mentioning that the question of is there enough structural support without it? Does the whole station fall apart? Is
I think
worth knowing.
I think a question to find an answer to before we just start bombarding this with um, Agent Orange. The uh, the thing we need to ask or thing we need to find out is what happens if I spray just a patch of the wall? Like, how does it react? Is the structural integrity of the station still intact? Because if it's not, this is a very, very multi-phase and like emergency process, and we've got to make sure that we have enough manpower to get around while this is all going down to maintain the integrity of the station. Because it would be terrible if um, we take out this fungus hive, whatever it is, and then the station just falls apart. And then old Three Tooth gets what he wants in the end anyway. Or is it Three Eye? Third Eye? What's the pirate name that tried to kill us?
It's Three Eyes. I'm
Three
not
Eyes.
sure
That's it.
that he wanted the station destroyed.
I mean, he wanted to kill us, and if the station gets destroyed, we're pretty much. Don't you remember what happened to the first guy who was here? He went out an airlock and bye.
We have a limited window of action here. Over the course of time that I've been practicing this treatment, this toxin against the infestation, it keeps inoculating itself against the earlier versions of it.
What exactly is your involvement in this infestation?
I'm trying to cleanse your station of it.
So
That's
you
right
had,
now. What's your previous
yeah.
involvement?
What was your involvement in
I worked in the
creating this?
original facility responsible for creating this.
Were you the mastermind behind it?
The mastermind.
Yes. Was this your design? Your creation? Your child? Your whatever you want to call it? I don't know
Hey,
Nobody created this.
what you
This
call
was a
it. I don't know what
mutation.
scientists or things.
hey, Flatline. Why don't you tell him the story of the old man real quick and ask him if he remembers that guy? You remember the old man in the lab who was
Yeah, he was there, right? Wasn't he this guy in it?
Was he?
I don't know if it was ever stated outright, but
I thought it was him.
I'm trying to find out if they were trying to inject my man's with neurotoxin. And
I know he was going to inject somebody who might have been this dude. Where's Bob? Check the tape. Outsourcing. Yeah.
Outsourcing. Reach out to those fans.
All
As a-
two of them.
as a player, I am really concerned about the prospect of just toxin blasting this entire station.
Yeah.
That's super scary.
As well as his the precision of his answer that didn't include whether or not he worked on this.
Yeah. It's like
Very political.
Hmm.
very, very vague.
Right.
Well, didn't he say it at the?
And
Didn't he say at the
political, yeah.
beginning that this originated from his lab and an experiment they were doing? And he says nobody created this, as in I didn't mean to make this thing.
Yeah, not meaning to make it and it actually happening or not quite that distant.
So to put it plainly, was this your project or not?
If you put a cup on the table and you pour yourself a drink and later spill the drink and make a mess, did you intend to make the mess?
No, but it's still your mess.
Did you intend to make the mess?
No, but it's your mess to clean up. I'm not asking whether or not you intended to make it. I'm asking, were you the
Did.
person who made this? I asked two different questions.
Is this the outcome of your work or not?
Did you
Intentional or
make
not?
this? Yes.
This is my mess.
All right. Being that it's your mess, Letheon, is this the only option that we have? Is this the only shot at surviving this thing that we have?
Unless you have any
I
options.
still think whether or not it's the only option that we have, still need to test it.
Doc, what do you think? You're the best biological mind we got here.
Testing gives the infestation a chance to protect itself.
Yes, but it lets us know whether or not it's going to do anything.
Right,
It
right.
gives itself a chance to build a
here's-
resistance. If it does something the first time, then the success will be lessened when it comes time for it to be meaningful.
Element of surprise, just like war.
Here's the situation that we're in. This thing in antibiotics, and we're trying to fight an infection. If I give it a little bit of antibiotics, it's going to build a resistance. If we just blast it to holy hell right now, then this is what we've got. I don't like it. It's far more risky than I would.
But
play
what is it going to do to? What is the ability of it harming?
We don't know.
So we don't know if it could very well kill us. Just him doing that, just to stop this, it could kill us.
Would you
Flatline,
like to try some of the toxin on yourself?
do you know if we have any respirators in the station?
Do we not have
Use them somewhere.
suits? Do we have space suits?
What you guys do?
Space suits.
Somebody
Well,
go
yeah,
check.
so-
Somebody go check and see if the meat has reached the hive, the living quarters. Somebody go check. If not, we vent off the living quarters completely. We tell everybody to remain in their home. We suit up everybody here who is staff and has a suit. And then we just go blast this thing.
All right. I'll go check. Who wants to come with me?
I'll go. Oh. Okay.
Jesus, just get me away from all this science.
Drill, you should stay here with the duck. Just in case. Come on, Jet, let's go.
Okie doke.
Letheon, give my man a few moments to at least secure as many people as we can. Drill,
Yes.
you should go ahead and suit up. I'll do the
Okay.
same. Letheon, I don't know that we have a suit that is big enough for you, but one of the coward boys that left to go home might have one. So you might check the office and see if there's a suit your size.
Who are you talking about?
See if there's a suit Letheon size from one of
Yeah,
the
but
station security that left
okay.
and went
Just
instead
got
of
sick dudes.
instead of staying to do their job, they left and went home.
Like cowards.
Right, like puss boys.
The first flatline jet adventure.
All right, Flatline and Jet.
That would be a heck of a Saturday morning cartoon.
Flatline jet.
I'd watch it.
The Adventures of Flatline and Jet.
Flatline
I mean,
just smoothie all the time.
The
It's
galaxy.
almost it's almost Beast Boy and Cyborg.
It is very close.
Yeah.
I can transform.
Yeah. Except yeah, you can't.
Right? The joke was just right there. I could not make it.
We talking new Teen Titans or old Teen Titans?
Old Teen Titans.
Old?
Get that new Teen Titans out of here.
Get
Crafting
Teen
stuff.
Titans go.
Teen Titans Go is not bad. It's
What?
not the same.
Stop.
We're gonna fight later, but moving
Stop.
on.
We're gonna fight
No,
later.
we're fighting now.
No, we're not gonna fight.
Jet
now.
and
We're going later.
Flatline
Jet and Flatline. Going off on
out
adventure.
navigating the station.
We know where we're going. We live here.
Yeah, you know where you're going. Okay.
I don't live here.
Well, I
Right.
live here. I'll show you around.
This is Jet's
This way,
first
Jet.
trip.
Yep, and it turned out to be a horror fest.
Normally
He
it's not
explained
like
for-
this, but maintenance has been a little lackluster lately.
I think you're gonna need a lot more maintenance.
Yeah, it just needs a mop.
Or
Nothing a
flamethrower.
little paint couldn't fix. But anyway, yeah, let's the hive where we the living quarters this way.
Call it the hive.
Yeah, very creative, huh? And I didn't name it. It was like that when I got here.
I hope you didn't name it. That was.
I think they let me name things. Anyway,
I don't know. You seem
that
to
one will
take
take us-
control of this situation, maybe.
The further you travel from one end of the station to the other, the
That's
growth on the walls it thins out some. It does seem like it started on the other side of the station, closer to, we'll say, the hangar bays where you guys entered.
Mhm.
As you're getting further and further away, and you're getting closer to the hive, it looks a little bit more thinned out and clean. It's actually you're not seeing very much of the growth at all after you get to a certain point. The mist, however, still stands several feet high.
oh, do you want to ride, Jet?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Much appreciated.
let's do that. Yeah, let's call back call Doc and tell him what we're finding.
All right.
Doc, it's getting thin over here. There's not much of the fungus meat stuff at all.
Does the mist seem
But the
to
mist
get?
is getting thicker.
Does the mist seem to get thicker? Like, is there a direct correlation between less meat, more mist?
Is there?
No.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Or is that Mist Rider?
But well, our mission was to come out here and take a look and see what we found. We've seen. Let's stop in at the ship to pick up the spacesuits, and then meet back up at the dock. And I'll tell
Okey-doke.
Percy the same.
Does Ratman fit into Vinky's spacesuit, or did he bring his own? He's a pilot. He has his own space.
I'm not a rat.
He is a pilot. He probably has his own atmosphere suit.
I hope so.
And he's bigger than Minsky.
Is he? Probably about the same size.
Me too. Which is why
Nope. He's like a foot taller.
All right, I'll make an announcement about we'll call it a chemical cleaning is about to take place on XIL3. This is your station doctor speaking. Please close all ventilation. Please.
All right, a shrieking noise just comes over the PA as you begin making this announcement.
Does it continue
Doc,
going the
what was that?
longer that I speak?
Yes.
That's one of them hallucinations, Flatline.
Then why can I hear it too?
We're
Got
we're
him.
all mystified. I don't. We're all mystified. I don't make the rules around here, but I can't make an announcement. So let's hope they heed your previous announcement to stay home like whoa.
Can we lock down the ventilation ourselves? All right, what the heck is that? Where's that coming from? Is that out there or in here or what?
Out there or in here? Aren't
Well-
you out there?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Which one of the group heard that?
Yeah. Or, who's got the closer location on it?
Ooh. I like it back at the clinic. You guys hear the monster growls right outside the clinic.
Drill weapons out.
Drill.
My weapon's basically already out, but I
Basically,
pulled out.
Those weapons out.
Weapons live out.
Can we close the ventilation in the hive ourselves and lock the doors from StatSec office?
I mean, if they could cut our power, we should be able to, right? Have control over some of the station systems like that.
Because I would love to announce it, but if I can't, then we just have to do it.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I got distracted. My chat moved like really far up, and there were words there that I thought came from somebody from like another game, and I was reading it, and I was like, that doesn't, like, what? What's going on? I was very confused.
Can we close the vents in the hive and lock the doors so that civilian plugins can't leave their house and aren't susceptible to neurotoxin?
Yeah, I'd say remotely that's possible from the right terminal.
Where would the right terminal be?
I don't know. Let's say there's probably a couple of like command level terminals around the station that can do things like that.
Would one of them not be in StatSec?
Yeah, one would be in StatSec.
All right.
Okay. So we'll have Mr. Computer Rat do computer rat stuff.
Not a rat.
What version of
what
rodent
exactly
are
are you?
you?
Not a rat.
That doesn't
Okay.
answer the question.
Answer is a question to me.
Because I thought you were literally a were rat.
Doesn't make me a rat.
He said I'm better than a rat. I'm a
Moving
were rat. But
He was a
Better
rat.
than a warehouse.
we're going to the were clinic. It's not a clinic. It just looks like a clinic and functions like a clinic and is referred to sometimes as a clinic.
It once was a clinic.
Anyway, Jet and I are still outside. Do you need us over there, or should we go get the spacesuits first?
Get the spacesuits first. We're fine. It's just a hallucination again.
I have my doubts on that, but
Yeah.
I'll start hurrying anyway. Let's double time it to the hangar. Get our spacesuits. Back to the suits.
This is all just a hallucination. We might have to take a leg.
I'll show him a hallucination after all this is over. Yeah. I'll show him a hallucination after all
I'll
this
have to
is
buy a new
over.
leg. He'll be pretty pissed. Gotta say.
What?
You know how hard does it get? Get a new leg?
You just gotta find a dragon killer who apparently hit a magic prosthesis. Jamie wasn't there for that, so that
Roger wasn't at that one.
that's a lost
Oh, yeah.
reference.
They're dropping. They're talking about stuff.
Boys are dropping like flies.
Counting bodies like sheep. Anyway, you know what's a really good thing though?
Mm.
Heat and slashing are the right damage types you want against the infested.
Stop.
How was this not lined up for a Warframe meme? I'm just saying, it was right there. Like, it's right there, dude.
You should check the market, see if anything's selling.
No, right? Wonder what Warframe, like, what frame, right? Flatline would qualify as.
Heat and
Rhino.
what?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. I don't know how else you do anything other than Rhino.
Right.
Heat and what?
Heat and
Hold
slashing.
on. Oh, she thinks that you're not memeing.
Huh?
She thinks that you're not memeing.
Oh. No. It's
Oh.
It's
it's
another.
funny because it's pretty accurate.
It's a Vigi game.
It's another game.
Oh.
Not a tabletop game. It's specifically
Yeah.
not this one.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Warframe has enemies that kind of fit the theme of what we're doing here, and they're weak to heat and slashing, like both of us use.
That's
See?
what I was like.
Now that I
wait
think
a
about it,
minute.
a Warframe tabletop would be terrible. The only thing you couldn't do. How do you ninja in a tabletop?
Dice. Warframe tabletop would be different. Tell you that.
He took Jet.
Yeah.
It's
It
an
was bad.
It's an
No, right?
interesting.
It'll work out.
It's an interesting concept. Just I don't know if there's any tabletop
wanna
I've ever
try
played
that.
that's been so loot focused, right? And
True.
specifically, like Diablo style loot drop focus.
So why is your thing capped at 480p? What the hell, bud?
I don't know. I've got to, because my stream when I stream on my channel, it's not. But
I wonder if it has to do with how big the files get when we're filming for 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, no, because I stream for 3 hours on my channel. It
Hmm.
has to do with the settings, but there's some other stuff like YouTube background stuff that I haven't really figured out. Because on this channel, I never have to hit the go live button. It just does.
Mhm.
But on my channel, I have to go live. So there's some settings here
Keeping it alive.
that are different. So I've got to check it out. I'm just lucky I've figured out how to manage two channels in OBS, like without having to switch back and forth like specific settings all the time.
What are we waiting on?
Steven to figure out what's going on. So we won, right, Steven? We
I don't think so, my man. I don't think you win. What are you doing though?
Well, Jet and I were on a little trip to
That is a little bit of an issue if he took
do
your
things
partner.
together. Yeah. So you can go on with these guys, and I'll
Yeah, these guys. What do these guys do?
Yeah, Drell and Dr. Percy.
Oh.
Where
I'm watching this guy to make sure he's not going to screw us over.
real suspicious apparently, and
Yep.
and I would be
Drell's mad suspicious.
I would be saying a prayer about how death is only a new beginning, preparing myself for it,
Oh boy.
preparing myself for it. We're back.
Drell's about to vote him out the airlock.
Well, I guess that's the end of that.
So, updates.
Updates. Yeah, what'd you guys do?
We won.
We won.
Steven gives a lot of XP.
That's not true. Flatline waited on his partner to get back, and Percy was praying over praying over the other guy.
Death is a new beginning.
Yeah. It's
All right.
they're awkward. They're awkwardly staring at a guy.
Awkwardly staring at an awkward guy,
It's not the first time, right?
especially not for Percy. He's usually the one getting awkwardly stared at.
I think the only reason it's awkward is just because it's what comes out.
Dr. Lethion, are you prepared for the new adventure of death?
Am I prepared for death?
The new adventure of death, yes. Because death is only the beginning.
No, my friend. Death is the end. That's
Oh,
why we stopped it.
oh, if we get out of here, I got a temple you need to go to. So I'll take you to see my priest. He'll explain it.
That's why what?
He's one of those immortality fuggins, and I knew it was gonna come to this.
It's so funny because like undeath isn't immortality.
If you don't die, it's not undeath.
Oh. I knew Percy was an influencer.
The neurotoxin is ready for your examination, doctor. If you'd like to take a look at it.
I wait now.
If you're capable, that is. Intellectually.
I'll go look at his neurotoxin. Do I basically get a yep? It looks like neurotoxin.
Well,
Or is there a roll I can do? Or
yeah, you can roll intelligence and medicine. As soon as you touch a vial containing the neurotoxin, though, something interesting happens.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
A blinding flash, a sense, an extreme sensation in all your senses for a moment. It dulls away and you find yourself again in that place unfamiliar to you. The lab. The lab somewhere far away. A place you've never been. The skin of a person you've never seen.
just like laid out, like the skin is laid out, or I see.
No, you're just like you're not yourself.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I just wanted to make sure we weren't talking about like a skin suit.
Yeah.
Because I don't put anything past this guy anymore.
The lights in the room are flickering. You can hear a glass break behind you. As you turn to look, you see that culture, the one that's mutating, is growing rapidly. It's devoured the biomass and all the other cultures neighboring it, and it is now spreading across the table. It is breaking out of its container. It is, cracking and destroying the glass. It's reaching into other beakers and other vials along the desk. It's hunting, searching.
Do I see anything around me that I might could use as a weapon against this thing?
There's like a surgical blade on the table.
Is there like a vial that looks to appear to be this toxin on the table somewhere? The toxin that I don't want to cut it. That feels weird.
The lights start to go out in the lab. Alarms ring out. The foundation, the flooring shakes like a bomb went off. The lights begin to flicker and come back on. They're wavering, steady at best. And there's a scream in the hallway outside of your lab.
All right, I go look in the hallway for this worst of the scream.
Okay. You go look out in the hallway. The lights in the rest of the complex are behaving just like the lab, but it's not entirely lit all the time as they fluctuate in and out. You look out into the hallway. You see about 50 feet down the hall. Well, first let's start with the hall. The hall spans a pretty good distance, at least 100 feet in one direction, and 200 or 300 feet in another. There are rooms in offset positions going down both into the hallway every 20, 30, 40 feet or so. Other labs, you would guess. It's the way it appears. 50 feet down the short end of the hall, you see the source of the scream. Somebody's being drugged into another lab. Their feet are passing through the threshold of the lab and out of sight, kicking and struggling. You hear the squealing and the screaming of the technician, a woman, it sounds like. There's blood in the hallway, a trail of blood running into the lab, drag marks from the victim.
All right, I'm gonna take off down the hallway. What's going on here? I'm here to help. I'm a doctor, and I look at my skin, knowing that maybe I'm not a doctor, but the only thing I know. So.
Okay, run down to the hallway. You turn, into the lab to see what's going on. You call out as you do, "I'm here to help." And you hear the fleshy crunching of a body slowly being broken. Blood marks leave a trail of a body being dragged behind a desk, or actually like an island counter that runs in the center of the lab space. Whatever's making the noise, the body of the technician that was dragged in here, which is now silent, is beyond the island, somewhere on the floor, out of sight. You hear the wet crunching of the body. And then we're back in your lab.
And then a doctor came in and told me that he was supposed to be secured down, and I was supposed to sedate him, and he was supposed to get ready for phase 3. But I don't know what that is.
So
What's
the
the-
old man woke up when he wasn't supposed to.
What's this witchery, Letheon? You've given me a vision.
What? It's not witchery, it's science. I merely asked you to look at the toxin. I knew you wouldn't understand.
So explain me, oh wise science doctor, why did touching this toxin give me
Science doctor?
a
You
vision?
don't have to say science with air quotes. It isn't vision, it's a toxin.
Okay, so you drugged me?
What are you talking about?
When I touched the vial of the toxin, it gave me a vision. You're being awfully vague here, witch doctor.
I don't understand. Are you empathic?
I'm pretty pathetic. Yes, that's beside the point.
Oh boy.
That's beside the point.
You're not psionic. They're not gifted. I would know. Your mind has been silent this whole time.
Yeah,
Um,
but
about that time, you hear a quick scream from Drell as she yells out, and she's staring at her hand.
The blood was black. What's going on? No, what? I don't understand what's going on. My hand, it was just black. Blood was just black. What did you do? What is going on?
Flatline, prepare to restrain this man.
I wasn't here.
Flatline isn't here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking. Oh, trash. Drill, prepare to restrain this man.
That's funny. Percy says flat.
Restrain who?
Lethian
I mean,
looks at you and like grabs his toxin gun.
I don't know. The dolls were there.
What's going on here? What aren't you telling me?
What are you? Hold on here. Hold on here, strange doctor man.
What secrets are you people keeping?
Wait a
What?
minute.
There's no secrets here. I'm an
What are
open
you
book,
talking
just like
about?
Imperial policy.
Where are these visions coming from? What's going on here?
You're smoking what I'm smoking. I'm with you.
I haven't seen any visions.
I don't know what's going on with you and why you're not seeing them, but we sure have.
So, help me understand here. You're telling me nothing out of the ordinary has happened for you. How do I know you aren't a vision?
Well, it seems sad to think that this has been going on so long that it's normal for me dealing with this.
So you're telling me you often go to places where bodies get dragged down hallways and get crunched up and there are random screams and you're living in a nightmare, or what's going on here, bud?
Well, he picks up a bioscanner in your clinic, one of your devices, and begins to scan you. He then shows you results on the screen showing that significant, a low percent volume of infested material in your person.
Are we infected?
It appears so.
Probably. Lithian moves
Are
to
you
the
not
side of the
infected?
clinic and scans Drell, showing roughly the same percentage of infection.
Why
Like
are you not
2.3,
infected?
Just to put a number on it.
How do you know he isn't?
Well, I mean, he said he's
Show
not
me-
saying things.
Show me your results, Letheon,
Yes.
or I'll pull out my bioscanner and do it myself.
Do it then.
Let's
Do it
see.
then.
You
You
know
won't.
how to work it. Or
Okay.
is it-
I scan Letheon.
Roll a Letheon scan.
You die.
Rolling a Letheon scan.
Diagnosis. Maybe.
You should have rolled higher, so you don't die.
So you don't die. Roll high so you don't die.
Roll a William.
I do need to throw William on this one. This man's a demon or something.
Flatline, you guys are headed back to the clinic, right?
We were going to the spaceship first to get spacesuits,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
and then
alright.
going back to the
You're on your way. On your way down the infested
He
corridor
was telling me about
through
his hallucination, his vision.
Oh, wasn't he telling you?
He was, but things are happening.
Oh. Finish telling.
Yeah, tell me about your vision, buddy.
I did. That was it.
Oh, he told you.
Oh,
I mean, there was a phase 3. I got
John
caught up.
wasn't
phase 3.
finished listening to it.
Yeah, I thought there was more. All right,
That
yeah.
was
So
it.
we're going to. I wonder what phase 3 is.
Suddenly you feel the restraints of leather straps tying you down, binding you in place, holding you down. You look down to see the leather straps and you see yourself, a different self. You're laying on a bed, a table.
Of a table.
Yeah, it's I'm sorry, I have to read through some notes to make sure I don't screw this up. Yes, strapped down to a, it looks to be a hospital bed in a hospital room. Clean, smooth walls, polished, bright lighting. Naturally, you're struggling with the straps, testing the restraints, flexing
Yeah, I
against
just want to use
them.
my other arms to get him out. That doesn't seem to be working here.
Right. Eager to be free, though, some of the straps begin to come loose.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Continue fighting.
Help.
More and more straps come loose. You fight your restraints. You feel pain, burning sensation, anxiety, like a caged animal. This is a small room, relatively empty, 10 by like 15 feet. There's just one door and an observation window that you cannot see through on your side.
Oh, one of those windows.
The door is closed.
Help. Help me. Doctor. Nurse.
You start to feel your heart race. You hear the thump thump beating in your head. The pain becomes a little more intense.
Does it hurt because I'm thrashing around so much? Is that it? Or are we just gonna lay still and with none of this?
Well, you've broken your restraints free at this point, so it's
Okay. What's hurting? What do I got?
you're tied down. It's just like it's a pain in your bone. You don't see any noticeable wounds or anything.
Look at the observation windows, everybody. Get up close to that and press my face against it, right? Because if you're covered enough, you can kind of see.
Oh yeah. You start to do that, the door opens up. Nurse comes in and says, "You shouldn't be up. What are you doing?"
It hurts. Hurts in my bones. What's wrong with me?
Just get back on the table.
That doesn't answer the question.
Just get back on the table.
Need some answers first.
No, you don't. The nurse comes over and begins to like physically put you at the table, pushing you and like into place.
Need to back it up so I answer some questions.
You need to get back on the table. We need to tie you down with these straps.
Why?
They need to be secure for the next phase.
What's the next phase?
You were briefed on all this before the injections. Now lay down and cooperate.
Having some trouble remembering. Please, I just need a little
Just
patience.
cooperate.
Ma'am, I'm trying to be very respectful here while asking for some extra information, but
Starts to force you
you need
back
to
on
work
the
with me. No. Not, gonna not doing some murder, but I am gonna hold my ground here.
Not doing some murder.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between holding your position and going on the offense.
Okay. All right. We'll say you attempt to hold your ground against this woman, but she begins to put you down on the table. It's a battle you're slowly losing. Make him do some murder.
I'm just asking for some information. What's phase 3?
You feel that pain grow even more, sensations, waves of it through your bones.
Why does it hurt so much? What's happening?
If you would just lay down and cooperate, it wouldn't hurt so much.
Try laying down. It still hurts. What's happening?
All right, we'll do things the hard way. She moves just outside of the door and grabs some sort
I'm
of.
leaving that window. Go.
You go through the window?
Yeah.
Okay. Your attempt to go through the window is ultimately futile as you realize that, one, it's the strongest window. Two, you're not quite the cyborg that you're used to being.
Right.
And people
Yeah.
don't normally break through reinforced windows very easily like that.
You
as
old
you are
man.
reminded.
Other people.
The nurse comes in and hits you with an injection, a hypo spray, and you begin to feel woozy.
So me as a player, I'm very happy with how this scene played out because, trying to do it the flatline way. It makes sense, right?
Jump out the window.
Right?
Other people are like, God, this guy's psychotic. What?
I want to know if while you're in these visions, do you have like phantom arms, right? Where people lose limbs, or you trying to move them, and they're there, but they're not there. Like you can feel them.
Right. I expect something like that. Something's wrong. Where's my other arms at?
Exactly.
Why isn't what's this weird pulsing in my chest?
Are they?
It's
Right.
funny.
Where's my fucking infrared vision? What's going on here?
Oh, suddenly you're back in the halls of exile, although covered in the organic matter that they are.
Right.
Hip deep
The altered
mist.
halls of exile.
Jet with you.
Shit.
Jet Flatline went just glassy-eyed for half a second. Kind of stopped what he was doing, and then
Is
he
it long enough to
suddenly
me,
came back to
I wave my hand in front of his face?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably what he comes back to.
Hello?
I just had a. Yeah.
Ah, so that's what that looks like.
What does it look like?
You just go glassy-eyed for a couple seconds.
That's the way he makes stuff up. Your skin turned purple.
I was in a hospital room, strapped down. I think I was the old man again. Right, the mirror, the window kind of reflects. Right.
Am I the
There was a one-way
nurse?
mirror, right?
Was I supposed to inject you?
And everything
Kill him,
hurt.
Jet.
They're giving me a hard time.
Kill him.
Try to jump through a window.
Why'd you do that?
Well, it'd work if that was me.
It'd work if I was me. What a statement.
But you weren't you.
Right. I was the old guy
Right.
with only 2 arms.
Oh.
Neither one of which were cybernetic.
Yeah. But they're doing something, and they wouldn't tell me what was going on.
They didn't tell me anything
But
either.
man, it hurt. We'll tell Doc Percy about this. We need to keep going.
Right.
Okay, you guys continue going. You make it to the hangar, the ship with the suits, or I'd say there's probably half a dozen places you guys can get suits from. Or where were you getting it? StatSec?
I thought we were
A
going to.
place? You get a suit from a place
I
easily.
thought we were getting the suits from our spaceship
Okay.
where we have our suits.
Sounds good. This might be too intense.
It was a little much. Then we were heading back to the dock, right? Or are we going to StatSec first?
Back to the clinic? I don't know. Where are you going? People need their suits, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's head back to.
Radio
Call
rats.
up Drell on the phone on the way here.
All right, you see the Mexican standoff with the bioscanners?
Everybody thinks
You
these
guys
are
know those aren't
weapons.
guns, right?
Oh, no, that's
No.
right. Percy was trying to use it. It's witchcraft or something.
Percy was
4 successes.
yeah.
Okay. You. He doesn't come up as infected.
Okay.
The bioscanner doesn't know what race he is, though.
Letheon, care to tell me why your race doesn't register as biological in nature?
Probably
What?
because your medical training is laughable and your intellect is paltry. Your use of the scanner is
Ooh.
inadequate.
Listen. This has nothing to do with chickens. You need to just explain yourself. We can insult me all you want. They do it all the time. It's fine. I'm used to it. But I'm going to need some answers. We can debate chickens later.
See, it was funny.
So, do you care to explain yourself?
What is there to explain?
What race are you?
Varun.
Okay, well, right now you're near me. So, tell me how we deal with the fact that we're clearly infected, and why doesn't it infect the Varun?
Letheon moves to a more sensible person in the room. Flatline.
Oh, we're there? Okay, I guess we're there. Yeah.
Yeah, I said you guys come back to the clinic with the standoff.
Yeah, they're standing
You
off.
said pistols.
I asked if they knew they weren't weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Flatline, be ready to
What's going on,
restrain
Doc?
him.
I'm afraid your doctor, to use the term loosely, doesn't understand what race I am, and that scares him. Have you seen enough of your station to determine whether or not we can continue dealing with the infestation?
Bearing in mind that we're also infected, Flatline.
Oh?
You're seeing
You wanna check me
visions,
too?
yeah? Yeah, I'll check
No.
you. I check Flatline for infected.
Remember, you gotta aim for the meat parts.
You didn't tell me you were seeing visions. I
We
didn't
just
know you
did.
were withholding information.
I feel like we told you this when you first showed up.
We did.
You talked about the girl on the camera.
No. Before,
Okay.
right now, when we saw you in the hallway, we were like, "What is you? A vision?" Because we were seeing visions.
That's why I poked you.
Right.
That's why I poked you.
The only one with
Scanner's back.
what's the scanner say, GM?
On Flatline?
Yeah,
On the meat parts, specifically.
specifically the meat part.
He is significantly less infected than you.
Right, 'cause he has less meat.
Well, it's spreading slower through him. His
Because
percent is half of what you are.
is Flatline approximately half meat?
No, probably less than that, maybe
40%
40% meat
by
That's why
volume.
you should eat. That's why you should eat chicken.
by volume. Even less by weight.
Yeah.
All right, so for good measure, I'll go ahead and scan Jet.
Okay. In Jet, the infection is nearly 5%, double what yours is.
So-
Drill.
But we already established Drell's infected.
But what's my percentage?
I think it's less relevant because you and I are
About
the same
2.5?
size. So, Letheon, this neurotoxin, how's it going to impact us given that we are infestinated?
Well, I think it's more reason to act now rather than wait and try and come up with another solution. Your concern, I think, is better addressed with haste, both for your infection and for the station. The more chance you give the flesh colony chance or opportunity to spread and grow, the less likely the integrity of your station is going to be compromised.
Flatline, if we
Wait, the more you risk. And the more that you become infected, the more impacted by the toxin you will be.
Flatline, if we make it out of here,
How do we know you're not a vision?
I want my because he didn't even know
Because
there
we
were.
all see the same thing. We all hear the same person, right, Drill?
That doesn't mean anything, though.
We haven't had a vision that's been
We haven't
synchronized
shared one
between
yet.
all of us yet.
Hold on. Big question. What's
Oh.
phase 3?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Presumably it proceeds.
No.
No.
The visions are about the past. We're talking about the past. Phase 3. Answers.
It's too vague. What are you talking about? It would
An
immediately
experiment with the man on a
phase
table?
2.
You helped make the thing. You should know what phase 3 is. Correct?
Girl pulls her katana closer to him, ready
Ooh.
to.
Phase 3 is a level of the infection which involves the patient participant in engaging
Right.
in full body transformation, full body mutation.
Into what?
Well, that's difficult to say.
Make
Wait.
it undifficult.
Well, ultimately, likely. The things that you saw in the hallway. Something like that.
Why are we making
Resident
this in the
Evil
first place?
bullshit.
What'd you say? Why is this not a quest?
Why were you making this in the first place?
This. All of this was an accident.
But
Our
you
work
still
wasn't
continued it.
for this. We didn't continue it. I'm here fighting it.
Yeah, but you went through 3 different phases. What were phases?
Let him finish answering the question first. Hang on.
What were the other 2 phases?
He's actually telling us stuff, and you want to cut him
Okay.
off. He's,
Sorry.
Please continue.
I forgot where I was going. Derailed.
My bad.
Good thing it's on tape. Spin it back.
Roll the tape back.
Something about this was an accident. You were creating something else. The overall point of the mission was something different.
We were
Animal.
genetically perfecting our people, making ourselves resilient to disease, immune to biological imperfections, resistant, dare say, immune to death. The ultimate cure-all.
So you tried to live forever.
The perfect vaccine. The last medicine. It proved to be much more aggressive than we had intended, though. The mutation.
Sounds like an understatement. Thought I made some mistakes in life, but shit. How bad did this get, Doc? What happened to the rest of your people?
Have you heard of the Varu?
Have I?
I would say, unless anybody has a significant quantity of lore. No.
I'm the highest at 3.
Oh yeah, we had you roll earlier too, didn't we?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think for this, but for some other stuff. I've rolled lore before for things, but I don't think it was this one.
Okay, we'll let you roll. You got lore 3. Give me intelligence and lore.
You know why
Lots of
Flatline's
deep
got lore 3?
history.
For things like this.
Got
Other
lore 3.
players, you know why Flatline's got lore 3?
He's a
He's got
history
a
buff.
computer for a brain.
Because his father was a history teacher.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You remember a mentioning of it. Not a lot of details. More like the Varu was a collection of other what shall we call them? Races, cultures that, for one reason or another, were non-existent. The source material was talking about, cultures or civilizations that had gone extinct or were wiped out or eradicated. War or, asteroids or just whatever.
What sort of time span, though?
Like in at least 1,000 years ago, up to like 10,000 years ago.
Varu. How old are you?
I don't know anymore. When does age matter when you're endless? So you have heard of my people.
Barely. He's supposed to be extinct.
Well, my fiery, blade-wielding friend. That is what happened to my people.
Yeah, the Varu went down somewhere between 1,000 to 1 to 10 millennia ago. It's one of those things where it's kind of hard to get an exact time frame for. Or I just don't remember the class that well. It was a while ago. But you're looking pretty good for your age.
All right, Captain Cheats Death. If this is the only way, then it's the only way. Let's suit up and see what happens. Because unlike you, I'm not afraid to die.
Let's get up here, Doc.
Excuse me? Say what?
It's already in us, right?
This is true.
So, what are the chances they could kill us?
Well,
Is it any?
whatever the reaction, adverse or not, it's going to be more intense the more that you're infected.
Let's do it.
All right, gang, let's move.
And you're choosing to move without protection, to not don the suits? Is that what you're... Who is putting on a suit to protect them from exposure to the toxin
Not
in the
me.
future? Whenever we do that.
Wait.
I
so-
mean, in the
so we've-
future, yes, but
Hold
Well,
on.
I mean, we're not spraying it right now, right? So
oh,
We've,
okay.
we've
while
decided.
you're walking down the hallway.
Well,
with
I think we're still in discussion about it, but
okay.
yeah, we're
Well,
talking about.
we'll ask later when
Yeah.
it matters.
Mhm.
Okay, you got your atmosphere suits. You got your neurotoxin. You cooked up a big old batch of it, as much as your clinic could do. We'll say it's like a 2-gallon jug or something. I don't know.
Okay. So, doctor, what's the method for cleaning us from this infection? Same thing? Is it breathe in the gas with the rest of it?
Honestly, I don't know. Curing the cure is not usually the agenda.
Well, I for one want to die. Get this immortality out of me.
Wait, if we don't get cured, we could be immortal?
I don't know if it's the kind of immortality you want.
Right, I don't want to be stuck looking like this forever.
Don't let this man fool you, Jet. Cheating death is not the way.
All right.
How is rising after death not cheating death? You're supposed to stay dead.
Death is only the beginning.
Let's it's 10:12. Let's take a break.
Take a break.
Let's come back to it. And
Let's go upstate for the summer.
Yeah. Okay, let's go upstate.
Break time.
Break time.
I'm good.
That is one of them.
Do we know where other ones are? Perhaps.
Yeah. Well, let's say there's like a main maintenance area down in the utility levels. There's a computer down there.
Would that also give access to the ventilation system to distribute this stuff? Because
It would be closer to the ventilation system. Yeah.
okay, then that sounds like a better deal. Let's go there then, because that'll get us on the way
Yeah.
to where we need to be.
Because Lethian will mention that this gas will be most effective, or in order to be as effective as it needs to be, it should be spread from some epicenter point where it will be evenly and
From the ventilation. Yes.
simultaneously distributed.
Let's ask your opinion, Letheon. Do we suit up or do we let the neurotoxin try and save us from your medicine?
It's not like you trust me anyway.
About as far as I can throw you.
Then what do you need my opinion for?
You at least claim to have dealt with this thing, so as untrustworthy as you are the most educated opinion on this matter that I'm going to get at the moment.
How did you survive?
My strain of the contamination, I think, was more pure, less mutated.
So they actually got to work, huh? Immortality.
I think the very first instances of its application worked as intended, but then it grew.
What happened to the old man?
There were 11 billion people on my planet. When
But
the
you said the
contagion,
early ones did better, right?
we were not administering the elderly into the project at that stage.
The girl then?
The girl. The child that you speak of?
Oh, yes.
No, far too young.
Are there other ones then, like you, walking around living forever?
I don't know. I haven't met any. Not after the catastrophe.
The catastrophe.
The outbreak. The mutated strain, the one that, well, did much like this on my planet. It was messy. It was violent. It was like a virus spreading as fast as it could. There were many casualties.
Just about the entire Varu people, yeah?
Unless you've met one between now and then.
Just one so far as I know.
Here's my opinion on the whole suit up concept. I think it's better that we don't just expose ourselves to this toxin just without control. Obviously, we need to kill the infestation on the station, no matter what happens. But if we go into a prolonged vision state because we're just puffing this witch doctor gas, um, we can't be there for the station. We need to remain as cognizant as we can, and then deal with our own personal infection later because it's likely going to be more intense for Jet, less intense for you, Flatline, relatively the same for Drell and I. So we can deal with that independent of cleansing the station. I think that might be the
All right.
best way to go about it.
Anyone got doubts, or can we trust the doctor on this one?
Any other opinions? Do I sound pathetic, as Mr. Letheon so kindly called me?
Flatline, just as you know more about this than I do, Doc.
I just
Can you
don't
say
wanna-
it again? I wasn't listening.
He's saying we should suit up and
and deal with our
Deal with
own
our own
personal infection, independent of cleansing the entire station.
I agree with him.
Well, this is the first time we've agreed all day, so take that
we'll
for
break
what
up
you will.
champagne later.
Shoot up, boys and drill. Let's go.
All right, suit up, people. Drill and I will take turns so that someone armed is still ready, and we're not both getting changed at the same time.
Dang, got me.
Let Drill go first.
All right, Drill. Change your clothes.
Put on your spacesuit. I won't look.
Play some Bound Chicka Bow Wow music. Yeah, you feel me?
You want a brown chicken to go with your brown cow?
No. So we're in static. We're in the ventilation, right? Or are we in static?
I think you're on the way. We're going towards
Okay.
the ventilation, maintenance
And
area.
you're changing your clothes into your.
Well, you're putting on your spacesuit. I don't think you actually have to get out of anything to do it, right?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
put it
maybe
on.
your
before
armor.
we close.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
neat.
True.
I'll put on a spacesuit.
Maybe we should put the one after we get there then, just in case.
Yeah.
If we got to armor down for it, let's get there and then space.
Get to safety
Yeah.
or relative
So-
safety.
Let's put a pause on that then if we're gonna have to de-armor for it.
Yeah, let's go into the bowels of the infected utility station and put our spacesuits on there.
I don't know, man. Find the relatively safest possible spot. Spacesuit up. We're gonna have to make a
Well,
decision.
where's the safe spot? If we knew where the safe spot was, we'd have a whole lot of, or less issues, one might say. That's the problem, is we don't know where the safe place is. Yeah.
Probably back in the clinic. But
We're not going that way anyway. So given that we've seen the very large and betoothed creatures roam the halls on occasion, and they may be an issue, if they rupture our suits, we're going to have bigger problems. Right?
Yeah. So the less time we're wearing it, the better.
Exactly. I think we got to get down there, Shut the, get the ventilation ready, suit up, and do it.
What in the Bioshock is this picture?
I think that's the downstairs. Yeah. Is that the downstairs, lower level of the station today?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed there are no
This is
jump
going
scares.
down into the utility levels.
Why'd you even say that?
It's not Halloween.
It's not Halloween. Didn't you hear? This is the way we live now.
Every day is Halloween in Dreadstar. It's in the title, Dread.
Doesn't make.
That's not Halloween. That's
Yeah, I know. Right?
anyway. We're gonna walk the halls. We're going downstairs. Flatline will lead the way. Trail, you wanna walk in the back?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll walk
Hop
in the
on
back.
Thank you.
Flatline shoulders.
Shorty. Let's keep an eye out for things roaming the halls.
Let me know if you see any porcelain doll or any
She's collecting them.
dolls, because I'll change places. No.
Because
You're
you're collecting
in
all the
the
artifacts?
back. But she's in the back.
Yeah, you're already in the back.
I don't know what's coming from behind me.
That's why you're in the back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can keep an eye out for what's coming from behind us.
Where did you learn your combat skills?
Says Jet out loud, condescendingly, to the woman that's taller than him.
And swordier than him?
Flame swordier than him.
Whoa!
I'm just
Jet's
saying.
got
Jet.
flames on his spaceship.
Did it make him go faster?
Yes.
You mean the spaceship you crashed?
Do the flames make the spaceship go faster? Yeah, I think so.
I didn't crash.
You mean the spaceship you
wait.
crashed, right?
Not that one.
Oh, the other spaceship?
Yeah.
How many you got, bud?
Alright, you guys have a marching order. We have Drell in the back. We do have everybody suited up.
No, because the concern is that things in the halls that may give us trouble would rupture the suits.
Okay. Alright.
And that would be worse than,
Yeah, that would defeat the point.
yeah. If we run into
Sounds
trouble,
good.
we're going to break our suits, and that's going to be bad.
Having been on Exile Station long enough, I would say you guys are at least rudimentarily familiar with the way the utility levels work.
Should have brought
And
Wyatt.
have a
He's
basic
actually down here.
understanding of, like,
Yeah,
where
too
the
bad
bay-
Wyatt's
the
not
main,
here.
maintenance bay terminal is sort of in a central location. We'll say, like, station map wise, it's probably like lower levels are ultimately, lower than the regular levels, and that the maintenance hub is basically like somewhere several floors deep or under the hex. So
Yeah,
it's like
going
this
downstairs.
central cavity. Okay, you get down into the lower levels. Don't let the image lure you into a false sense of cleanliness. There is a fair degree of infection here.
Is it meatier than
Roughly the same. It is roughly the same as it was before. It's a consistent meatiness. Coming down into the utility levels, the mist is thicker down here, deeper. Jet almost assuredly needs some height assistance, or he is swallowed up by it.
Already on flatline shoulders.
Yeah, he's backpacking.
Okay.
Got a good view up there.
You've got a
Take a look
couple
at
of 100 feet before you get to the main cavity, the maintenance bay. Slowly, you will progress. Who has lights or night vision? Chet and Flatline have night vision, right?
I can illuminate if necessary.
But not until then. Right, like you don't have a flashlight or anything.
Right.
Okay. He says, screw the prevention, give
Do
me
you
a
want to
cure.
light before? Or do you want to light for Drell then in the back? So
Yeah, I'll give Drill a light. There we go. So there's light in the back.
Okay.
can you throw it like behind Drell, or does it have to be like on?
Put it in her
What are the rules?
face.
If I
I
understand
mean,
it,
can you have it be like
emin-
further back behind Drell to give her more, room of lighting up where she's looking?
it emanates from the person I cast it
Okay.
Alright. Okay, Drell emanates.
Okay.
on. You're emanating. Not to be confused with intimidating.
Emanating.
Proceeding through the under tunnels, the utility corridors of the station, you see that the infestation is getting thicker. It more completely covers the walls and the floor. It gets to bits where you can't help but walk along meaty tissue. It pulses and flexes as a living biomass. Wood.
I thought our minor medical outbreak before was bad, Doc.
That's funny. Why is Exxon always getting sick?
Because even it's sick of itself.
It makes you wonder.
Alright.
I think the station is just
That's,
lucky.
the infestation looks more complete down here. I wonder if it's because there's more heat, power running through the utility walls.
Wait, power? This stuff runs on power?
All life runs on power, ultimately.
Ultimately, but most things can't process all the types.
Well, if it's seeped into the power lines, it could be siphoning heat off.
Does cold work gets it done?
I don't know. I'm afraid I didn't bring any cold gas.
Well, I guess that's plan B.
Plan B, make it cold.
I was waiting for Drell to say she should have had ice magic.
Dang, I should have put some skills in ice katana.
Ice katana.
Ice capades.
Throw your slushy at it.
Drill on ice.
Yeah, hit him with that slushy gun, baby.
What?
The smoothie gun.
I'm talking about
Combo it with cut. Super effective.
God dang. Please tell me that Flatline has a smoothie right now. And he's drinking from it?
Not the whole biohazard wasteland.
Come on, you don't want to find chunks in your smoothie?
No.
Extra protein, baby.
I don't know if you noticed, but Lila doesn't eat much meat.
I mean,
Smoothie now with infection.
you don't eat smoothies either. You drink them. You're gonna drink a lot of meat.
That sounds dirty.
All right. The party presses on through the infestation, through the mist, through the utility tunnels. You manage to, as you get deeper into the corridors, just before you get into the bay, you notice the lights aren't working this deep down here, as they have been completely covered up by growth. Proceed into the darkness comfortably because you have prepared light beforehand, and half of you don't need the light's safety. The corridor opens up into the main maintenance bay. The terminal is here, along with like a long row of station computers. They each have to do with various utility readouts, power, utility resources like steam, hydraulics, oxygen, whatnot. While the growth has spread through a considerable amount of the terminal, its main display and a couple of its side stations seem still functional and operating. You can faintly see the glow of their screens through the mist.
Well, Jet, you want to take a crack at it?
Yeah. Is it like covered and stuff?
Maybe you should suit up.
Maybe you should suit up.
Yeah, I'll jump on the computers. Wincing as I do.
I'll keep an eye out. Sit on one side, drill, and take the other. Position ourselves appropriately to defend our boy.
All right. Jet gets dressed.
And he jumps on the computer.
All right, wits and computers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Five. Okay. You might not be a utility technician for the station, but seems easy enough.
But damn, I can play a mean game of solitaire.
Routinely, you're able to access and navigate the terminals and their functions. You find the ability to isolate the hive's ventilation circulation for a period of time. There is like a short, 30-second maintenance check that you can do on it. To do it any longer, you'll need StatSec security codes.
Don't we got those?
You've got them, yeah. Jet doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Well, if you
need some
mentioned it.
security
Jet's not the
codes.
StatSec.
Anybody run security around here?
Yeah, all of us. The rest of
Yeah,
us.
welcome to the club, buddy.
Doc, you want to swipe your card or whatever?
Yeah, I'll swap my Dame Buster's power card.
You can put
Go
some
to
StatSec
what?
access.
Yeah. Yeah, he swipes his card. You just have to move some mild growth from the card reader.
Oh,
Just a few
you-
tendrils of fleshy goodness.
You touch that.
we need to get you your own card.
Gotta get
This
it
is
through
literally my first day here.
It's never been on station before. We got to get you a security guard.
And I thought
Okay.
our first day was messed up.
Percy puts in his codes, gives you access. What's your intention here?
Find the ventilator thing, whatever. What are we doing? I got in the computer. What are we doing now?
Doc?
We're locking down the vents in the hive, as well as locking the doors to the hive, so that buggins can't just yeet out into the toxin.
What are you going to do afterwards if they're infected?
We've made a bubble once. We can bubble people.
You made a bubble once.
Yeah, when the Imperial Red Cross showed up.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna show up this time. I mean, should we just vent the whole place?
Lock the
And what
doors,
if
leave the
someone's
vents
infected?
open then?
Well, if we're suiting up to not be in it, why wouldn't we do the same for our people, right? Like,
What if they're infected?
But we don't
so
know
are
how
we.
don't know how people are going to react. We don't even know how the station is going to react, much less the people.
I'm saying if we're not willing to, go through this without suits, I couldn't do it to the other people.
I mean, I'm willing. I've been through worse. Look at me.
Have you?
I don't know
Yeah.
that you can say that.
I'm.
I agree with Flatline. If we're not willing to send our kids off to war, we shouldn't vote for war. Oh, was that too?
Are we going to war?
Was that too off topic? With point made?
Wow.
Sentiment understood, but
If people are infected in the hive, then we'll cross that bridge when we cross our own, I guess.
Okay, Jet, you seal off the hive ventilation?
Yeah, sure. If everyone's. Hope no one's infected.
Okay. You seal off the ventilation.
Wait. Does this mean people can't breathe?
Wait.
No, it means there's air in
Yes,
there.
technically, but right, there is air in there. It doesn't suck all the air out, so they're sealed in with the air that they have. No new air will be ventilated until you unseal it, but they should be fine for, I don't know, some period
Some
of time.
period of time where we're okay with.
Okay.
Half an hour at least, maybe more. I really don't know the math on.
That's like the ultimate 3 weeks later. Did I forget to turn the oven off? Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Did I forget to open the vents? Oh, why are all these people dead? Okay, yeah, I'll shut the vents.
Okay.
Making a mental note to open them afterwards.
Lethian says, now shut off the atmosphere scrubbers. We don't want the station trying to purify the toxin that we're trying to send into the atmosphere.
Hey. It's weird how you mention this now.
the station is going to recognize this as a bad thing. You concern me, witch doctor.
He's-
Call the
just-
witch doctor.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll Shut off the who's even what's it's
Sorry.
The scrubbers.
right.
Shut off the
They
scrubbing
scrub it.
bubbles.
All right, are you ready?
Aye, Captain.
I love how Conrad get back on track as always. All right.
I said aye, Captain.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were one person. I
Oh, okay.
thought
Oh,
we
yeah,
had a
I'm
party of
ready.
people.
I speak
I'm
for
ready.
all
I'm-
four. We know that by now, right?
Oh, okay. Well then,
Yeah.
I just throw the switch and kill everybody.
I'm ready.
Then, because John said aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
All right. I think we're ready.
Is it time to do it?
Engage
off the ventilation.
toxin and vapor.
Hang on. We're suiting up now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I thought we'd already
Right,
done
we just did the air vent stuff. Now we suit up and then we do the poison.
I
That's the
thought we already
process
did
of the
that.
steps here.
Okay. Everybody suits up.
Suit up.
All right. Once we're suited up,
This still means we're back in the suits.
first it says, engage vapor. And remember, death is only the beginning.
It's not. That really doesn't help
God.
in this.
You know, if you really feel like that, I can send you on your way anytime, Doc.
You know,
Please do.
Necros
pay.
decided when it's time.
I'll pay you.
I mean, I can too.
Oh,
1,000 credits
alright.
right now.
Is Flatline carrying the gas canisters? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
But I'll hand them off when it's time to deploy them because that sounds like a job for one of our two doctors.
How heavy are these things?
It's like 2 gallons,
Oh,
so I think it'll be all right.
I have a strength of 1.
2 gallons by
So-
volume.
Yeah. 8 or 10 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Each. So like 10, 20 pounds. You can carry 20 pounds, right?
I have a
For short
strength of
distances? You can carry 20 pounds for short distances.
Might be a struggle.
Okay.
But yeah.
Somebody else will have to do it other than Lethian. He already has a bio scanner out and is scanning the surrounding growth, awaiting the release.
Doc,
of
you got it?
toxin.
Yep. I can drag it.
Drag 10 pounds.
What was that?
God dang it.
Calming it down. Some came on too heavy.
Okay.
Okay. You let on the gas. Quickly, it's taken into the ventilation intake. This room seems to serve as a major, converging point for, with all the scrubbers and ventilation systems and stuff being accessible in this room. This serves as the central intake point for the station's ventilation system. The gas is quickly picked up by your intake and spread throughout Exile's station, with the exception of the hive, which you have closed off. With the scrubber systems off, it's not doing anything, but you can see whoever is not actively releasing the gas and can actually see the computer terminal. The ventilation system is picking up the toxin as it's tracing through all the ventilation pathways. It's detecting the anomalous gas, potentially hazardous material. You see as rapidly the entire station becomes influenced by the toxin, and you can begin to see even here it's starting to return on some of the return vents, and some of the, we'll say it's green tinted vapor begins to pour back into your central chamber. It's making a complete round.
There were a lot of sound effects there. I don't know how much were in game. I heard what his walkie-talkie thing. I heard
I don't. That's not mine.
something about power meds. I think.
Power meds. Lethian says it's working. And you can begin to see like the biomass that's visible above mist level reaching up the walls of this utility station, covering the computer consoles and whatnot. It is beginning to melt like candle wax. It is becoming physically unstable and oozing, falling apart. Lethian now is excited. It's working. It's destabilizing the organic compounds.
It sounded a little like you weren't sure.
Well, do you think if it was easy to reverse the process, that we would have lost an entire planet?
Makes me curious how liquid infection inside a person.
He's begins to go further down the corridor that you guys came from. Lethian.
Mm-hmm. Back where we came from?
Yeah, he's scanning the walls as he goes. He says it's the same in here. It's breaking it down. The readings are seeing about a 60% cell death.
60%? What about the other 40?
Well, it's 64%. 65. 66. Right about then, the gas in the canisters begins to run empty.
We're out. We ran out of stuff.
Yeah. They are spent. Visibly in the air now, you can see the greenish tint to the mist. And of course, there's all the oozing flesh matter that's spilling everywhere.
Oh, gross.
Oh, this is disgusting.
Let's move you here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's a little weird.
I can't wait for this to focus in. That's gonna
What?
be
A
great.
remnant?
Remnant. What? That's
There's a little
Warframe.
remnant.
It looks like Earth Mother or whatever that thing is called.
Earth Mother. Root Mother.
Root Mother, that's it.
Way. Lethian, he's starts to say 65%. 64. It's reconstituting.
Shit.
It's assimilating the dead tissue. It's regrowing. It's healing. This is incredible.
All right. What's the next step then?
Wait a minute. Incredible. We're supposed to be curing this, Doc. Not.
Next step. It's taken me a decade to theorize this toxin, to discover this weakness, to exploit it. I don't know. The matter is nearly impervious to any other venoms or poisons, to disease. It doesn't age. has accelerated healing.
Anybody else getting bad guy feels from this guy? No.
And now it's immune to cellular destabilization.
There it is.
Oh, these readings are incredible. 52%.
Is it immune to fire? I want to fire it.
Oh, yes. It's very
immune.
resistant to flame.
What about cold? What about space?
Do you have a what?
How are you gonna airlock the whole ship?
Space katana!
Cutting through the universe.
I want one.
That's amazing. Why are we playing
I want-
Exalted? I want
I
Drill to
want
Omni
one.
Slash right now.
Space katana.
Oh,
Drill's like, how about the vacuum of space? And like blows a hole in the section with a sword slash.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Girls
Most
like,
exalted.
what if I fake I'm dead?
Oh. All right. Steven, pick one.
No.
Zzz.
We're gonna do the visions again.
Percy!
Yeah. Are we drafting team?
Why are you picking mine first?
Oh, my bad. You said pick one. You didn't tell me to.
Pick one, but not that one.
You didn't say pick one that's not Percy.
Exactly.
Percy, the sharp sensations of the vision hit you again, and you're transported away. Back into the tunnels of that foreign laboratory, in the hallway, in the room with the dying tech. You hear the crunching sounds of the body being eaten, and then you hear the guttural growl of a creature that stands up from the other side of the center island that was hiding it from view. This bloody mess, this creature, this thing, humanoid roughly in shape, but no longer passable as an elf. Its flesh is twisted and gnarled, its body covered in lesions and blood, its figure warped. It has barbs and mandibles, twisted claws on its gnarled hands. It slowly rises and turns towards you. You hear more screaming in the hallway behind you.
The screaming is actually someone singing "In the End" by Linkin Park.
What do you want from me, creature?
It doesn't speak. It just begins to climb over the center table and come towards you.
I'm gonna go toward the screaming since it doesn't speak.
Okay.
I'm running in the direction of screams because I ain't got nothing to fight this thing.
Right. Is that what you would do normally? You would stay and fight the thing?
In dreams, Percy's a hero.
Oh. Okay.
That explains a lot.
Oh
You're
man.
going down the hallway. The lights again are flickering. The power is unstable. There's moments of darkness, and in the brief flashes of illumination as you're going down the hallway, you notice there's more blood now than there was before. You're passing other laboratories with large open windows. You can view in and see what's happening. There are scenes much like you left behind, abominations twisted in some unholy fashion, eating other technicians, other people. You pass one lab where the sterilizing gas has been activated and everything is just being melted away. Finally, you make it to an intersection in the hallway, and there to meet you is another one of these twisted horrors. This time, not behind an island or safely tucked away in another lab that's still sealed off. It is here, feet from you.
Like in front of me, and then I have an option left or right.
Yeah. Yeah, left or monster.
Okay, well, left.
Okay. You turn left. This twisted figure, this horrific hound-like creature that's on all fours leaps up, and you feel the heavy weight force you to the ground as this thing pins you. You feel the wet sensation of the blood and slobber falling all about you. The weight of this massive creature pressing you down, and it begins to tear into flesh. Pained, you look up and you see someone walking towards you, footsteps. A human, no, a humanoid. Something less monster than these creatures, but something not wholly right. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta prep my space a bit.
Wide is that you? No. Oh man, what a twist of events.
You see something like this?
Oh, meat drill. Got it.
What?
Is it meat drow?
Yeah.
MEAT?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like it comes out of Silent Hill.
All right. Like I said, the figure walks up. He says, "That's enough, old friend. I see what you're doing here. Time for you to stop. You're scaring them."
Talking to me or talking to it?
Your vision ends.
I like to think that's Percy's last words.
Percy like points at himself, looks behind him.
Right. As it's like gnawing down on his arm. You talking to me or him?
Like you said, he's a hero. Percy's a fox in his dreams.
Hero of the day. Save my life. Save my life.
All right. So do I come to like disoriented in any way, or I'm just back?
Yeah, you just snap back. This time, more so than other times, it feels more violent, forced, almost like a sort of whiplash.
Letheon, I'm gonna give you one last chance.
No, you're not. You're gonna hold it right there.
Okay, I'm holding it right there.
Terrell.
Okay.
Put the Star Wars aside.
I'm not playing Star Wars.
Hang on. We about to
I
verify.
mean, it shows it's up, but I'm not playing.
Oh yeah. Oh. As soon as I went to go call her out on that, she's like, "Yeah, it's open."
Alright.
And Bob's not playing Rocket League right now either. You feel me?
The pains of
I literally have a paintbrush in my hand, and I'm
Hi, Bob.
looking at the
Take-
wood that I'm painting.
your sensations again as you're thrown back to that place.
No, not the dolls.
Drell, this not so familiar yet very familiar place comes to you again. You are not yourself. You stand closer to the ground, knowing that you are a small child. The last thing you remember, there was something in the shadow. There was something just beyond the corner. There were eyes and screaming.
Down the hall.
The screaming continues. Help. Help me. You hear a crunch. You hear ripping of flesh. This person who is screaming is yelling for you. You know this. You can help this person. What do you do?
I'm coming. I start heading towards
You
the voice.
begin to run. You try to shake the fear. It still
I
trembles and
Run as
you're
fast as my little legs can carry me.
exactly. 1 step, 2 step. You take that 3rd step and the gown catches on something. Something behind you, on the ground, on your foot. You're not sure, but you hit and you fall onto the ground and you slide 5 feet. And as you begin to look up to go again, there is something standing in front of you. You see a gnarling, a disgusting, ravenous, scaled monstrosity. With its gaping maw opened, you see blood and sharp canine teeth just growling at you. It seems to whatever was attacking the other person, it is now focused in on you.
And I have no weapons with me, right?
As you check yourself for weapons, you do not see any. You look around and you see a small piece of glass, a piece of mirror that may have broken off something. And you reach down to pick it up and you look into the small shard. And in the small shard, the person looking back at you is the child. But the vision says, "Run away." You didn't say this, but the image of the little girl in the mirror yells at you, "Run away."
No, I can't.
And you were correct. You cannot run away because about that time, the monster jumps on top of you. And as the beast begins to come down on top of your small frame, you see a figure just past. The same figure we described for Percy. The humanoid figure. He walks up and begins to pet the hound. He looks at you and says, "Who told you you could come out to play?"
Mother.
Come on now, little one. It's time to leave them. You've caused enough trouble. And the beast bites down and everything goes black.
I don't get it.
All right, snap back. Who's next?
There's a
Who
creature.
won? Who's next?
Let's do both of them.
All right. Just reading this. Okay. Jet, flatline. Division pains strike you both. Instantly, you're transported away into that other place, into that other body.
Old man.
The everything's in a state of disarray. The lights are not constant, they're flickering. There's the faint sound of an alarm far off, perhaps even a scream can be heard. There's a sense of panic in the nurse and staff around your room. They assured you that you would be unconscious. Yet you find yourself on the table, strapped down again. This time,
On the table again.
there's not so much pain. There's something else coursing through your body, new sensations, power. The lesions or whatever it is, the affliction, the transformation has spread all over your body. Your skin is gnarled and scaly, a little bit scabby. You can feel more strength in yourself than before. The restraints are easily, buckle under your power. You rise, feeling a renewed vigor, youth. Jet, the patient that you're assisting, the elderly elven man, has mutated. The lesion spread, like I had said before, covering his whole body. He's no longer restrained in his room. One of the nurses runs up to you and is crying and just hysterical. And is like, well, what are we going to do?
Kill it? No.
She. Oh, hold on. See, I should have read this one first.
Oh no.
Oh no! Steven should have done this part.
Oh no!
Oops.
Whoopsie.
The weeping nurse hands you a like hypo spray full of stuff. The final treatment that you're supposed to give. She says it's supposed to be administered, but I can't do it. I can't go back in that room.
All right, give it to me, you coward. I don't know what
Well,
this
how
is.
everyone's
but-
a hero.
Nope, not a hero.
It's like,
Just
do
wanna
this,
get
I'm gonna
this-
clock out.
Oh man, do you have any experience? I had a couple visions where I murdered a guy. I'm good. God dang.
Okay. You go in. Flatline, this nurse enters and wants to inject you with another dose of the treatment. The final one, they say.
Haven't you done enough?
The final treatment. I have to do it.
Just leave me alone. It's bad enough what you've done to me. Leave me alone.
Do they know it's each other? No, they don't.
No, not out of the vision. Maybe not. This is where the pieces come together.
I mean, I did kind of put this together, but
Well, now you know.
Now you know.
yeah.
If you don't know, then now you know.
You know.
All right, that doctor from before, Jet, walks up. Why haven't you given him his final treatment yet? Didn't we talk about how he's already signed the paperwork? Do your job.
Yes, sir.
No, no more.
Go up and stab him.
No more. No, no. Fight back. Not doing it. Not doing it. I said no.
Okay. Wow, well, with incredible speed and power, you're able to avoid
I was acting nice last
the
time.
final dose of the treatment.
I tried.
All right, the outburst defense comes a little violent. You just slap the hand away. The hypo spray like hits the wall, shatters. The contents splash all over the window. He did it with such force. Maybe it's just the abrasive lesions on his skin, like it's scraped you. Several parts on your hand. Jet, there's blood, small wounds.
Okay. I look at my hand.
I mean, it's bleeding. There's lacerations. So I'm saying, like he sweated your hand, and it's
Now you're
kind of
bleeding.
busted you up a little bit.
You know what that means.
You're infected.
I look at the
Welcome to the
doctor.
jungle.
He reaches over to your little nurse station table, grabs another spray, and hands it to you.
Get serious? This
Do your freaking job, or I'm going to fire you.
You'll face worse than
Then-
firing for trying to give me that thing. I said
then
no.
fire me, cause this ain't worth it.
Drop the mic. And the spray.
Someone get me some gauze, cause my hand is bleeding. You do it, Doc.
Flatline, there's something about what this doctor is saying that is enraging you. It's it is the words that he is saying, but it's also the way he's talking about it. You have no choice here. You've already signed away everything that you signed away. You were just a lab rat. If you die here, then there's nothing. It doesn't matter. If you live, then that's fine as well. But your choice is not your own. And as these thoughts ring through your head, you begin to rage. You start to see red.
+4 strength.
+4 strength.
This
All
doctor,
man strings.
this doctor in front of you has to pay for what he has said.
Yeah, I mean, okay. That's where we're at, right? Let's do it.
All right.
I'm a team player.
Violence breaks out. The old man leans into the final throes of the treatment. His mutation becomes complete. Giving into monstrous nature, he leaps onto the doctor and begins to rend him into pieces. You feel the last few moments of gratification, satisfaction in those actions. You turn to leave the whole incident just before he gets pounced and murdered. You're walking out. It's like, I've had enough of this. I'm not going to be a part of it. And
Bro, as soon as I hear him scream and roar, I run.
you turn to run. You're caught by a figure.
Uh-oh.
A person standing on two legs, yet not an elf, not human. The creature displayed on the screen, the long, gnarled, twisted hand. He reaches up and stops you.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Maybe next time you will mind your own business here.
Wait, are you talking to me? Or the nurse? I'm confused.
I've caught on to your games, your warnings.
What games? Who are you talking to?
The visions end.
Oh boy.
You all snap back roughly the same time. Percy was lashing out a bit, right? And Lethian, who is bioscanning the material on the utility corridor's walls. You're all standing here in the amidst the ventilation shaft, the maintenance bay, main area. All back now.
What do you know about a meat suit ninja, Lethion?
What?
Does Percy really talk like that? Like, what the crap?
I hope not.
Percy's gone insane. It's like Percy's not himself. at this
Gone?
point.
Yeah, when did he go insane? That's the question.
Somewhere
God dang.
roughly when the mist.
After birth?
Oh,
So as soon as we landed.
Sometime roughly about the age of 5.
Months.
Minutes?
Seconds.
What do you mean?
Okay.
No.
There was a big feller, looked like a covered in meat, and he was
Covered in meat.
yeah, you know, like infection meat.
Okay, so say infection.
Most
And-
people are covered in meat. I'm kind of a minority here.
And he called the beasts off of me. Me in the vision. Me. Did anybody else see any of that?
Huh, I got attacked by the beast.
And then
I died.
okay, did anybody else not die?
I don't
Oh my
think
gosh.
I died. I think I killed.
I got stopped by the same guy.
Oh, meat. You know Meat Ninja too. Okay, so I'm not crazy.
Oh my.
I'm sorry that you guys like go through these efforts to try to make cool villains, and then Zach slaps them with names like Meat Ninja, and just undermines your entire efforts to like have a storyline that has any kind of seriousness to it at all.
Can you send me that picture, by the way?
I don't know what else to call
gosh.
him.
Yeah.
Meat
Zach-
Ninja.
I know it sucks. It's kind of the same
Zach ruins everything.
threat.
I,
It's the same like problem that we run into every time we have to give anything a name ever that have sounds or letters in it because
Yeah.
we know he's just gonna butcher it.
I don't know, man. Like anything would work. Really, like infected, faceless axe guy. Like that's better than Meat Ninja.
I'm not gonna give him the deference of a cool name.
I was
Fuck
gonna go with terrifying butcher.
Okay.
There you go.
The guy with no
Okay,
face and a sword.
him. Yeah, we're all talking about the same guy.
36% now.
What? Wait, who's that?
That's Letheon. He's gone insane because he's gonna kill us.
What? Do you know something I don't?
Where's Meat Butcher when you need him?
What's 36%?
Where is this guy
The
that
cell death.
Why
we've
is it-
been seeing?
Yeah, I just had another vision. I think I
Hold-
was the old man, and
Hold on, where is he?
I was getting pretty.
Well, I guess we can cut to it. Lethion's shape is changing slowly.
Oh no, it's him.
Whether it's the haziness of the mist hiding the definition of his appearance, or an actual transformation. It's not obvious at first. Until
Tried so
he
hard. Got so far.
speaks again. We have succeeded in immunizing my children.
Knew it.
Called it.
Mm-hmm.
It is rapidly healing from the damage dealt by the toxin.
Attack.
Don't tell me twice.
Roll attack!
Go
How are you
fool.
attacking?
I got axes.
Okay, going in,
Muffled.
axe attack,
Yeah,
axe.
axe. Let's go.
I got flaming katana.
Double axe, you go in. He defends himself in a flash. Lethion's form is vicious. It's the nightmare creature on the screen before you.
I ain't scared no ghost.
His mockery of a human limb comes up to defend him. Defense 3.
Defense 3.
I want to claw him. By the way.
Dang, okay. Jav rushes in for the claw attack. So it's big bad villain. I'll take him down.
No, flatline set attack.
Jet
Flatline
says,
bit attack.
size is just a number.
Swing and a miss. Oh, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Get more.
Nice.
next
Flex the
hopefully.
first one. The second one grazes him. You see blood. You see gore. A wound on the
19
terrible
damage.
creature.
I'll pull a William.
Jet roll. Defense 0.
What?
Get him, Jet.
I rolled it with 3.
Oh, well, it would be 0 now. Jarrell's would be defense 1.
Yep.
Did you roll yours defense 1, Jarrell?
No, I did defense 3. Hold on.
He had suffered 2 attacks from
Yeah.
flatline, so
If I can't do damage, I'll at least lower defense.
That's how bombardment
Okay, hold on.
works.
6,
Onslaught.
5.
it's not what that's called, but
I
yeah,
know.
that's how that works.
Well, you can't just rename everything. That's the point. That's what we're trying to say.
There you
Whoa,
go.
what the What
There you
did
go.
I do? How did I get 200?
Holy crap!
I think I did
Jet
something
goes
wrong.
in.
Jet goes
Oh.
Jet fucks this guy up. Is he dead yet?
How?
What about mine? What about
Gee.
mine?
Jet takes
What's this?
Did you get 1,640 successes, Jarrell?
I had 7 successes on 9. I
It's not
rolled
a
really
1,000 though.
Roll again.
How did it?
The 0 in there. Something you re-rolled everything above 0,
Oh,
which is all of them.
you rolled every die above a 0. That's a good way to get some extra dice out.
That's fun.
I've got the
Okay. Jarrell comes slashing in with the thermal katana, takes an arm off. Straight up lop his human
Oof.
limb from his.
Not the
Body.
alien arm, just the human one.
No, not the alien arm. His alien arm was blocking against you.
Yeah, that's something at least.
That's way different than 1,000 successes.
Jet comes in and claws him. You scratch. Hey, Jet, there's blood.
Well, defense is 0. Defense is 0 for Jet, right?
Yeah.
Jet, learn how to use your character.
Yeah,
Isn't his
Jet.
dexterity higher than that?
You don't even have.
He has 5. Is
You don't
he has
even
5
have
attack
vehicle
dice.
rules to deal with.
That's what it says, anyways. Maybe he doesn't have 5. 4.
Jet, are you lying to us about your attack dice?
My man has 1 dot merit training. I hope that means melee.
Merit training. Can I get merit training too? You trained all the merits.
Yeah, just a blanket 1 dot add to everything. Yeah.
You can ask him about any merit. He knows it.
Yeah, you're supposed to be rolling 5 dice, my man. What are you doing?
I'm not rolling 5 dice, fucking slacker.
Ah, you give me 2 extra dice? God dang. Ah. Like, what?
This is the equivalent of using a number 3 pencil when they ask for number 2.
Okay. Percy, stitch him.
Yeah.
Stitch him, Percy.
No, I'm gonna conjure my exosuit.
Oh, okay. And then him with your exosuit gun?
I just don't want to die.
Stitch yourself.
Can't stitch.
Why
damage,
does
Jim.
Percy still not carry a gun? I've tried so hard. I've talked about this several
Try
times.
so hard.
You've been living through a nightmare. You think that would prompt him into carrying something? All right, Percy exosuits.
All right.
Everyone else on the same page of fuck this guy up, and Percy's like, nah.
Armor.
Welcome to the wonderful life of Percy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dude.
I don't know if wonderful is the right word for it.
I was being sarcastic.
But it's
Percy is literally the only one who doesn't have any attack power. He does not have the attack power.
Defense mode.
Does Percy have 7?
Percy have who?
Does Percy have 7 experience?
Percy do have 7.
then you're only hurting yourself here, bud. Just saying. Like, the door's right there. You're not walking through it. You can't be like, "Woe is me! I'm so held back by yourself." Right? Now, if you choose to spend on something else and remain not having any attack options at all, that's up to you. But you can't say the door isn't there.
All right. So I have a 2 success exosuit.
All right.
There you
That
go.
affects how long it lasts, right?
Right.
Okay.
Which I don't think has been scaled properly for tick systems. But
Okay. Do exosuits not use fuel per 10 ticks anymore?
that's how that works.
Probably something like that, yeah. All right. That's it. You just exosuit up and like stand there. You go all like Gundam and then strike a pose and then
Right.
turn over. Okay.
That's my turn.
Coffee.
You're all rats on a sinking ship. I offer salvation.
I mean, you offer salvation.
I'm not a freaking rat.
Right.
I love that it's the rat part that like really gets to me here. Like, rat, you asshole. Not a fucking rat.
I'm not a
Let's just roll some attack dice. Okay, he lashes out at Flatline, gripping at you with that, garish looking spine thing on his hand. It whips
Yeah.
out
Funky
like a
spine thing.
sword and it scratches you. It deals 13 damage.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm without armor,
do
currently, yes.
damage things. Yeah. So
Mhm.
just her natural
Yep.
shiz. Okay. All right.
Energy shield, would that still work? With
Oh yeah, sure. You can
Okay.
do that. Okay, so that gets eaten up by your energy shield.
no, I have the dampening field, so extra durability.
Oh, okay.
You said 13?
Yes.
2.
Nice.
Still pretty tough. Armor, no armor. Still pretty tough.
I offer you the antidote to death.
You offered to turn us into monsters. Except you didn't even bother to actually do it directly. You circled around it from the back. Are we keeping at it? Because you guys are probably faster than Flatline at this point.
Probably. What's everyone doing? Let me kind of hear like general sense. What's Flatline gonna do? Keep at him with the axes?
Yeah, I'm gonna chop the got a bit ideally.
Drell's
that
coming in with
roll.
thermal katana again. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Jet's biting him. What? Trying to get some of the alien flesh in his mouth? Is that what I
alien
heard? That's what I heard.
No.
Right? Infested
just-
10%.
Gonna claw him? Not gonna bite him?
Okay. Percy's in his exosuit. I'm interested to see what Percy's actions are. I would say that your continued attacks are going to be about as effective as they were before, except maybe a little more. Drell comes in with a thermal katana again. Easily, Drell takes a leg from him, if not completely off. Like you hobble it, cutting him to the bone. He's unable to put all of his weight on it, setting Jet and Drill going faster than Flatline would set him up for 2 pretty solid attacks. And I see the hatchets doing a lot of work, mutilating the frame of this monstrous human in front of you, of Lethian.
I'm gonna exosuit up and punch that guy right in the face. Death
Okay.
is salvation.
Get in there when you punch. Oh, you exosuit some punches. Okay.
Whoa, exosuit punch.
Nice. Ow.
Death
Okay.
is salvation. Fucking wow.
I want an attack Percy.
Percy been waiting to do that his whole life.
Defense 0. But this
Okay.
is going to be, what, a martial attack?
Yeah.
Is Percy
Martially
martially
trained?
trained?
No,
So this is dexterity.
it is. Dexterity, what? -3? Because I'm not martially trained, or how's that work?
Do they work like that? They don't work like that. No, you would be penalized if you were using a martial weapon, but not like your fists.
So it's just dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity plus a
Yeah.
William.
If you were trying to use like monk weapons, then there might be a penalty for how complex it is, but not barehanded.
Not just exosuit punches.
Right.
Luckily, I have proficiency in exosuit, or that would be a penalty.
Oh yeah, true. Right. You are proficient exosuit. I mean,
Fuck that
what just
guy.
happened?
I just
Wow.
rolled 5 successes. Fuck
You just
that
rolled
guy.
How'd you get 6 dice?
I put a William on it. You said it's dexterity alone, right? That's
Yeah.
that's 3
Yeah.
plus a William.
I mean,
Percy, come. Boom.
okay. I mean, it's not super effective. It is just an exosuit punch after all. But I mean,
This is the
not
hardest
nothing.
you've seen Percy punch
That's-
ever.
that's
Yeah.
terribly effective for a punch. You slam into this guy with your exosuit. It sends him sprawling backwards. He goes down. He falls into the mist, and dramatically, it peels away from him as he hits the ground. You see it like coil and roll up behind him, and kind of away from you guys now, leaving the bottom of the corridor bare and visible.
Hmm.
There lays this figure, monstrosity, that has taken Lethian's form. You're foolish to fight perfection. Why not embrace it?
Because who wants to be perfect?
Girl hit you with the philosophy, beauties and the flaws.
Is that like Drell's last word before she like takes his head?
Yep.
Boom.
Ah,
Need to roll.
All right. Drell's thermal katana slices through the neck flesh.
I already had perfection once.
The head comes free of the body.
oh no.
It goes lifeless. You feel the station, the everything, the infestation tremble. Death throws to the silence of its master. The whole station begins to vibrate under the throes of the fleshy thing that inhabits it. You hear metal creak. The lighting flickers. You hear monstrous screams from corridors in all directions. You don't know where is safe, but you know that this place is not.
We should move.
Yep. Static.
Turn the vents on first, real quick.
Is the green stuff clear?
Okay. Well, turn the scrubbers on, I guess, would be, you guys to
Right.
turn those off.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to turn them on, probably let them run for a while, clean the air out, then send it to the hive. Otherwise, you just kind of send in the still mostly dirty air into the hive.
I'm tempted to.
I'm just going to stay here long enough to do that.
I'll do it. Just show me where the buttons are, so I know what I'm doing. And all.
About the person in the exosuit?
I'll do it. I don't think I have time to show people how to press button.
I ain't got time to learn you a skill.
Although, tempted to open my suit and see what happens. Take a test shot. I already kind of got cut once.
Okay. The monstrous cries, the things beyond. You can hear much louder now.
I'll stay. You guys go.
Nice, so that creature can attack you?
Well, if we
I'll
don't get
stay.
there, well, hang on. We can get air back to the dudes from other stations, right? We can turn the air back on somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I don't think we have time to talk about this.
Let's go. We don't need to stay here.
Yep. Yeah, we don't need to stay here. Let's go.
Not the only place for air. This is not the only place for air.
Yeah, we can turn the air on somewhere else. Let's go.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
will vet my suit to input, basically.
I'm going.
Okay. Expose
Yeah.
yourself to the.
Yeah.
Okay. You vent your suit.
Anyway,
A little bit of adrenaline going on, some exertion, some excitement. Maybe
bit, yeah.
the nastiness getting in your suit. So, like, I'd say you've got like self-diagnostics. Got a lot of that going on. You can't really tell if like the toxin's harming you or anything that might be exciting you, getting your blood pressure or heart rate up. Your heart rate.
yeah, I just
what the
ran
equivalent.
from the clock speed on my.
So, but you're not like feeling any noticeable pains. There's not flesh like oozing out of your eyeballs or anything. So,
Right.
it seems okay. You're not dying violently.
I'll wait before I announce the all clear.
Right. Escaping from the utility tunnels, an effort done expeditiously.
Yeah, we're gonna move it.
Okay.
Percy, you can move pretty quick in that suit, right? I hope so, because we're going.
Until it runs out, but yeah.
It's probably not very long, actually. You only got
Right.
2 successes. But it's magic. It disappears, right?
Doesn't just stop and lock up.
Right. Right. Go into low power mode, and he goes from a run to a crawl. Oh, okay. Yeah, soon after the suit dissipates, and it's just all of you running. The mist is swirling about you now, more turbulent and chaotic than anything, whereas before it's been mostly calm.
How does the mist get in
It's
the whole thing?
it's stratified and kind of stayed where you expect it along the ground.
Mhm.
But now it's kind of swirling up the side of the walls, and it's kind of like following you or running with you down the corridor. Behind you, a thick wall of the obscuring mist. The vapor begins to build up, and you can hear the cries. You can see the silhouettes, the shadows of creatures chasing after you. You rise up out of the utility tunnels into the main corridor hall of Exile. The monsters, the creatures below, nipping at your heels, rushing towards StatStack. As you get up here, on the way to StatStack through the corridor, the mist whipping about you even more furiously, you can see that anomaly, that presence, a wave, a wall of the mist standing almost tangible between you and your StatStack office, and it's rushing like a tsunami down the corridor.
The mist is just moving at us, though.
Yeah, like a wall,
What the hell is going on with that
like a
stuff?
train.
We know it's important. How?
You can feel the station continuing to buckle and groan, the death throes of Lethian, the creatures howling beneath, coming up after you, and then the mist slams into you, and everything goes quiet. The trembling stops. The mist so thick you can barely see in front of your face, like at all. You can hardly make out the silhouettes of each other. In fact, anybody more than like a foot away from somebody else could easily lose them. In the eerie stillness, the mist begins to lighten and it filters away. You can see, standing amidst each other now, the walls of Exile become visible again, and they're clean, free of the organic matter of the infestation, as if they were never marred. The cries of the monsters have grown silent because they are in fact gone. Everything is calm and peaceful. And as eerily, spookily as it trickled into Exile Station, the mist begins to evaporate and leave.
If we go down there, will we even find a body?
I don't want to question it.
All right. Turn the air. Get the air fixed for the denizens. Yep.
Yeah.
Turns out
Should
no
we-
one can cheat death. Haha.
I don't. Just. Could someone entertain him with a ball or something?
Yeah, Brizig.
Oh,
Make me choke.
okay. From StatSec Station, you guys are easily able to, get updated on the status of the station and get the ventilators and everything started up and going.
Can we get the view from the outside as well, like the cloud? Planet
Yeah.
side floor, right?
Jet, on the sensors, the mist is lessening. The thing that was blocking your sensor views is gone. There are no longer the billions of
Elves.
elven life signs around you. It is cleared. There is still this weird, gaseous anomaly, but it's the nebula is passing quickly.
Dr. Percy,
Yes, sir.
would you like to bioscan us and look for infection?
Seems appropriate. I start
Well,
the
I'm saying it, not you.
I start the scanning.
Do I even still have
All
game?
right.
A small hit.
Do you even still have what?
The injury. I took a hit at the end there.
Yes.
Okay, so that part's real.
Yes, you do have that injury. Scanning, Percy. Roll diagnosis. Roll your wits and medicine with your little tool.
I want you to know I burned through an obscene amount of William.
Maybe you didn't too much William, bud.
Or not enough.
An obscene amount, he said.
Like I do have 10 Williams.
One day we're gonna get games back to back enough in game time that you can't just burn through them all in one game.
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll learn some
soon.
William conservation.
Maybe, actually.
All right, there you go.
Whoa! Okay. Yes. Yes. You're infected. He's infected. She's infected. And oh my gosh, is Jet infected?
Am I still the lowest?
You are still the lowest.
I haven't got cut. Well, shit.
We have no evidence that the toxin did not work against the infection, only that we did not have enough. It literally cleansed the station.
It didn't work the first time. That's the thing, right? It won't work again. Yeah.
Well, we don't even.
The infection that's in us was not exposed to the toxin by design.
That's true, sort of.
Do you know how to make the stuff?
I know what ingredients he used.
It's a good thing I recorded the process, huh?
Hey, look at you.
That is convenient.
Fantastic.
I mean, this wouldn't be the first time I've turned into a hideous monster.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Next time on LJ's live story, we might need to know that. Fucking.
Yeah, I think Jet
I
something
mean-
has everybody's attention. We all want to hear.
look at me.
Next time on Dreadstar.
We all want to hear more about the Jet story now.
What a cliffhanger, fucking. This isn't the first time I've hulked out.
Okay. Moving in broad strokes. You're all infected, of course. Yes, you can attempt to replicate the toxin. You're eventually going to hear back from Jubilee and Carmichael, Mr. Carmichael.
Huh?
They're on their way back to the station. They should be back in like 8 hours or so. It just kind of depends. Things are crazy on the planet. Some sort of anomaly washed over. There's been a lot of crazy reports, wild stuff happening. Mostly a horror show, all in all.
You don't say.
So
No, get off the keyboard, you stupid cat.
yeah, people claiming to have been whisked away into like an ancient Barovian medieval landscape. Something about vampire lords, werewolves, all kinds of boogie monsters. Oh my.
I want to spend some time looking about the Varu in upcoming downtime.
All right.
And I want to go. I want to have a priest come to the station. I need a missionary.
To requisition a
An old priest and a young priest?
paralysis priest.
You ask for two priests, Doc?
I need Steven, weren't you
Okay,
almost a priest?
Scanning the station. You're not going to sense any of the infestation anywhere except, in you guys. None of the people appear to be infested after what's hours of going through and like de-quarantining people like one by one and scanning them.
Everybody.
However, there are 3 individuals that are missing.
Mm. Was it 3 creatures we faced off against?
4?
3? Was it 4? Yeah, it was 4. Was it 3 or 4?
It was 4 because 3 of them came at us, and then one tried to attack us from the back. And then what's his name shot it.
Ooh, we'll have to look into that later.
I think I'm
So,
right.
3 missing people after that night. I mean, everybody more or less corroborates the same story, the mist, the freakiness. Some people may have heard some minor disturbances, like voices on the wind kind of stuff. No one really saw visions or anything like that. They all, more or less, everybody did what they were supposed to and got to safety in one way or another, either to the hive or hid somewhere else, sheltered,
Should listened.
locked themselves into ships or whatever.
In the hex, drinking their last few moments away.
So, yeah.
GG.
Good game.
That
The
completes the Halloween game.
dun dun dun.
Or does it?
Dun dun dun.
Next time, Jet turns into a were-rat. Comes at our face.
Do we want to bring up the side effects now, or you want to talk about that in the next game?
You got either way.
Well, I was asking Koji.
Oh, okay.
Talk about it off stream.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
All right. Bye, everybody. We're going to talk about side effects and stuff. Yeah. Have fun.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Yay.